platform is independent, and we wanted to work with everyone across the spectrum. So folks are invited to share what they know, and the viewers makes their choice, and we ask the questions, and we give the just the opportunity to answer.
This craziness, man, I do not care. Why am I so anti-establishment? Because of what I've seen the establishment do to people. That's why I cannot be pro-establishment.
Power is in the hands of the people. And it really did. What we all witnessed is the government, they knew that they're heading in the wrong direction. They knew Gambians are speaking in the same voice.
What law in the books that says the government has power to come out and go after folks' private citizens' properties and demolish them because somehow the government interest?
The only way that we can salvage our country is when everybody that gets their hand dirty. Don't sit there with your expertise and just to procrastinate everything that people say or pontificate, what everybody says or does. Let's get our hands dirty.
Good afternoon. And other Sunday. I'm not going to Karun Sach. Avec the ñu sanni ay misul.
La Dawatida. Mom de pare na mom.
No, Lamin ain't kidding. But like we always say, this platform is about opening to every individual with an opinion. That's what we do. And when everything is said and done, all we do, we ask the questions. All we ask for is simple. Let's do it as Gambian. Let's do it with civility. And that's all that matters. Everything else, you can put it right here on this platform. Tonight, of course, we will be joined by the main person on the menu is Pa Manneh. And I'm sure people are saying, Pa Manneh, who? Yes, we will be having Pa Manneh. He's one of the UDP political operatives. I mean, he's always online doing his Facebook Live. A guy with a strong opinion. I like folks like that. They have strong opinions. And that's why we're bringing him on this platform tonight. But before that, we will be joined by Pman. I don't know whether you know Pman Pasamba. He lives in New York.
Yep.
She's part of the UMC. I mean, she wants to talk about Talib Ahmed Ben Suda is having an engagement, a listening tour to the United States of America. I mean, that's taking place around the early part of July. And we're going to talk about that. She wants to talk a little bit about, I mean, for people like Pasamba to help us fund this event. That's what she wants to do. So we will be having her, a short conversation, maybe 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It will be interesting. We will be having Pman joining us. Medicine. Why Pasamba? I'm going Lamin Dabo Mom Karu Sahmom. Mom Sami Musu Sami. Everybody is talking about this Jumai Sonko Moi Jumai Mo Sonko. And people would just say, aha, this is all over again. Barrow betraying A&M Dabo. I thought Barrow betrayed the Gambia, but I guess people are saying that it's a betrayal of A&M Dabo. He said, what we saw in Gambia, that's exactly how it's going to replay in Senegal. Some said, no, this one is different because Sonko Moi Jumai and Jumai Moi Sonko. And they are driven not by personality, but what they call the projet, whatever the hell that is. And that the project itself is much more powerful for whatever personality differences people do have. But again, in politics, you never know. Pap Samba, so how you doing? Happy Memorial, my brother.
Yeah, ALD weekend.
Yes.
African Liberation Day. The pay setters DC. I was talking to my daughter Deva. We were talking about ALD in college. Manako Day is as old as Momak Sabai. Because this is something that started a very long time ago, and in DC here, it used to be celebrated by African Americans and Africans and all that. And one time I was talking to this guy who was one of the first, because Gambia started immigrating to the United States at a very, very in the early 60s, or even before that. So they used to do that. And the reason for DC was the capital. So everybody it was a small community of people. So they all used to come to DC to celebrate that. You have these Stokely Michaels, Kwame Touré and all those people. Yeah. They're all part of the celebrations there. But Gambians used to go. So they were saying that the cooking that Gambians used to make, the benachins, were the main attraction of this thing. And I think it was until around 1970 something that the Gambians started doing it on their own. And I know the soccer, I think, started proper. You were here anyway during that whole time. I think because it's Atlanta, DC, and then New York, but the tournament, I think it became more organized around 85 for the soccer tournament, which is like 41 years ago. So, so we're having it this year most, and interesting. Looking at the kids who are there now.
I know it.
Playing soccer. I saw Keba yesterday.
I know.
He's now Solna Dali by Mifumneka. He's organizing now. Kids going. But it's a nice thing. Today we have the park, and it's going to be a Senegal-Gambia derby because Senegal versus Gambia.
Okay.
I only hope, I was telling them, we have to have a conversation with these kids before the game starts to understand it's not a war. Because kids, they get real crazy. And we're hoping it's going to be a very good game. And the turnout, definitely, I'm expecting it to be very big. But,
like they always say, thank you, Aduna Dafaguda. I know when we all used to be so excited about ALD.
Oh, yes.
I mean, all jobs are cancelled. I mean, losing your job when you get back.
Yep.
Just to go to the ALD. I mean, meet other Gambians, do the soccer. I mean,
parties and all that.
I mean, Chase Caddy, you have your girlfriend in Texas. Pman in New York. People just mix it up. And here my son coming, getting all excited this weekend and leading the Atlanta team and renting the vehicle. I'm like, wow, thank you. I don't know more good.
Oh, yes.
And then the excitement, Papa, Mom, that's not in my thing anymore. I see they left here 7 in the evening. I mean, driving all the way to DC. Can you imagine? They didn't get there till 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. And anyway, excuse us. I mean, for not welcoming you right away. Welcome to the 40 People by the People.
Thank you so much.
Man suñ gan gi leera rek moo ma si jaaxal sant ba. Thank you very much. Waxal nga ko sa bopp. Te ora wala fu mu nekk ñu ngi pare Tabaski bi. Fu mu nekk nii waaw.
Mané ko moom you got them.
No. Well, welcome.
Thank you so very much. I am indeed very proud to be on your show. First of all, I would like to give you kudos, which is long overdue.
Right.
Thank you guys for leading us out of tyranny and continue to make sure that it doesn't happen. It is indeed an honor to be on this platform. And
well, thank you for joining us. And I've seen is it the future is us or is ours?
The future is
the future is ours, yours, mine, and everybody who's Gambian.
The Gambia really deserves a new future, because what we've had for the past how many years is not sustainable. And I hope change comes and comes fast. Hopefully it will not elude us in 2026, because nobody, as I was telling somebody yesterday, nobody should be president for more than 2 terms.
Definitely.
That's just enough. I don't care how many roads you build.
Yes.
I don't care how many schools you build. I don't care how many people you take out of poverty. Whatever you want to claim that you've created 163,000 jobs. I don't care.
Absolutely.
You cannot and must not be the president of the Gambia for more than 10 years. That's what we fought for, and I think all Gambians should make the effort to make sure that Barrow is a thing of the past. It doesn't matter whether you like him, love him, hate him. It doesn't matter.
Definitely. What we should have been boasting about right now is how many schools and how many hospitals, quality schools, quality hospitals, and security that, you know, he should have been boasting that he is fighting poverty, that he is fighting against child labor, which you and I see every day.
Yep.
Not roads.
That's his
Roads were there before you came. We need electricity. We need water. Running water, not some are here, some are there.
Yep, you're right about that.
You know, so
Man, I'm sure we will definitely bring you back again for a much more widened, where we can talk about the policies and the issues. We just reached out. I mean, yesterday you reached out and you said you just wanted to come and talk specific.
yes.
You are, of course, the fundraising chairperson in the US for UMC, in that there is a planned trip for Talib Ahmed Ben Suda coming to the diaspora, what is called an engagement, what is called a listening tour, what is called a diaspora town hall. In other words, striking a conversation, and that you are leading that effort. And in the process, of course, you want to come and talk about a little bit about that.
Yes.
Also be able to allow the passambers of this world and then dimbale len ñun tamit ñu ngi amé comme ni talibé yi daan def rek laara bi laaram.
Yes.
Because we've all known that for big things to happen, the entire diaspora has to come together.
Exactly.
Whatever our politics is, whatever party that we support, at the end of the day, we all need each other. I mean, it's a small immigrant community. They're not like the Nigerians or the Ghanaians. And they're big in size and they have the luxury to kuneka deme sabor. We don't have the luxury. So we have to lean on each other. Again, it's for the betterment of the country. So Talib Ahmed Ben Suda is coming to the US.
He is coming.
Can you walk us through that? I mean,
But Busa, before she gets to that, because a lot of people may not know you, maybe just tell the listeners or the viewers who Iman Alami Gay is. You know, just ignore the last name, people. Just ignore the last name. You know, you can call her Iman Alami Jau to just promote her, but at least
you got that.
Yeah.
My name is Iman Alami Gay. I am a Gambian. I also call myself a Senegambian because I was born in the Gambia and raised in Senegal, primarily Wa'af Daila. I was born in Soja Town, kind of Clarkson Street is kind of borderline. But I pride myself in being a Wa'af Dai. Because I lived there most of my life. Absolutely. Then I moved to Senegal when I was 11 years old. Lived there until I was 19, 20, going on, 20 years old. I migrated to the US for school. I thought I was just going to be here for the duration of my studies and go back home. Met my husband, and the rest is history. So I've been living here since 1983. Recently retired and looking to give back to my country. And that's where I am at this point.
Oh, impressive.
Wonderful. Impressive. Back in the 80s.
No, you were here before. You were here way before her. So don't even.
Trust me.
Yes.
So okay. I mean, in terms of your relationship with UMC, and I also understand you are because talking behind the scenes, you're a Sonko supporter. So demba mom sa xol bi fiixut.
No, suñ xol bi dafa fiix demba dañ kontaan because we are right where we want to be. I think your boy Jomai committed the same political suicide as your buddy Maki, because man dama feel ne réew suñ la ko dénkee óolu la nga dig nit ñi wax sa plateforme ñëw ñu ne naka lañ ko dee oyatee sax dawale endo xawma wane cowboy boobu it doesn't work.
It doesn't
yow
work.
ñi ngi daan wax yesteryear ne ñooñu ñooy woon the enemies, they were the corrupt people and stuff. Yow ñooñu nga jël ñëw dugal leen sa biir. It's like you said, it's a story for another day.
Absolutely.
Why we are right where we want to be.
We're definitely gonna bring you back, and we're gonna talk about this Sonko Jumai because I'm not know how many years Sandy Missul already.
No, I'm not anybody understanding. They get it all confused, you know.
Yeah. These are Sonko supporters too. One more platform, you can say anything about Sonko, and I don't think you're gonna get a whole lot of pushback because most of the people that are watching. So coming back to the mayor, obviously.
Yes.
Coming to the US. I mean, can you kind of walk us through that?
Yes, Talib is coming, and I am excited to announce it here. I thank you for giving us the platform to come on here and say that Mayor is coming. President Talib Ahmed Bensouda is coming to the US, coming to meet the diaspora. It's not a Unite event. It's not, to promote our platform or whatever. It is for him to come and meet Gambians, because Unite means bringing Gambians together, regardless of faith, regardless of waso, regardless of anything lu nga xamne yaga nañ diko differentiate suñ biir.
Absolutely.
Ñun ñëpp benn lañ. We're all Gambians at the end of the day. And he's coming to meet Gambians and just have a dialogue with the communities.
Exactly.
So he'll be gracing the July 4th in Atlanta, inshallah. I am excited about that and hope that many of our brothers and sisters will make that the new ALD kind of thing, be excited to go there and meet most of us. I mean, I don't see myself as as an older person. I see myself as a young person. I go with the young leaders. So we have a young leader who's coming with fresh ideas, who will just talk to anyone. You bring your questions, you bring your concerns, and I bet you he will have an answer for you. So just come with an open mind. Come and listen to him. Talk to him, engage with him. And I'm sure you will leave with a new, fresh,
Absolutely.
a fresher impression of Talib Ahmed Bensouda.
Absolutely. And the timing cannot even be overemphasized. I mean, somebody like me that's been around and understand the July 4th, Talib July 4th Pasamba, like they said, history has a way of repeating itself. When we go all the way back in 2000, when Atlanta, Georgia was the epicenter of bringing all political opposition parties, feeling Toge Aferi, this whole coalition talks, the very liberation that we are celebrating today, feeling Toge back in 2003. When July 4th, they call it the Diaspora Summit. Gambians all over came, Pasamba. That was just like yesterday at the YMCA. And then we had the thing at the Moore House. Save the Gambia Democracy Project was born. Before you know it, the coalition that back in 2006 would have driven, Jammeh out of power. And that same NAD became the foundation for 2016, what we enjoy today. Again, the July 4th brought Sadauda, the launching of his book. So for me, I have these goosebumps knowing that Talib Ahmed Bensouda is walking through that path, coming to the July 4th.
Definitely.
UMC, no propaganda, none of that. Definitely. It's about an engagement, having a listening tour, having a town hall with the diaspora. Because ñun tamit dafa am lu ñu naxadi. We brought about the change. We owned it. When they couldn't speak, we spoke for them. Gambians, that is. They lined up and Jammeh was voted out of power. Ñun dafa am lu ñu soxla woon. Way to kind of narrow the gap, build that bridge between the diaspora and at home. Because we believe a viable Gambia only happens when the diaspora is directly involved.
Definitely.
And Talib Ahmed Bensouda understands that. He knows he has to come here and have the conversation. We will challenge him because ñun nañu li lay def taxu ñoo jóg. We want somebody that we can believe, somebody that we can depend on, somebody that can bring about the change that the country needs, so that next general election in 2031, I can be sitting here in Atlanta and voting. I can be able to say that I can invest in the country. Somebody who will narrow that gap. That's what Talib intends to do, Papsam. What do you say to that? Because I just have to say it because I
just wanted to correct something. I'm glad you mentioned ALD. It is the first event where politicians in the Gambia across the political spectrum were invited to. So Musa Jeng, the copycat, it's just like how ALD started, and then July 4th they celebrate a birthday and turn it into something else. But like Musa said, definitely Atlanta played a great role, like the UK and all this diaspora thing, and having politicians come in to participate and ask questions. I think it's important. We've had different politicians come to different places, whether it was Wajuara, whether it was Halifa Saleh, whether it was Usainu Dabo, whether it was Oj Jallow, whether it was Ahmad Ba, you name it. They have all come to the US or other parts of the world and then engage Gambians. But there is something that you said, though, that is not a Unite event, but there is a Unite candidate who is coming. Will it be said, will it be right to say it is a Unite event, but open to all Gambians irrespective of political affiliation?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree. I wouldn't.
No, you are not the interviewee.
Yes.
So yeah.
It is being put together by the Unite chapter in the United States. Of course, he is our guest, but we are willing to share him with all Gambians from all walks of life. I believe that the best resources the Gambia has, well, some of the best resources are right here in the diaspora. So pretty much ñun ñu bari dañ daw génna or dañ ñëw jànga si, and then this became our life, and then we just got stuck here doing what we could have all been doing back home. So if we can, I would say, share him with the rest of the Gambians, ñu gis ñun liñ gis, it's a win-win. You can be from DOI, you can be from APRC, you can just come and listen to him, meet him. It's a meet the people tour, pretty much. So we just thought that we would do that and extend an invitation to every single Gambian in the United States, because I keep saying ALD. I've never been to July 4th, so this will be my first July 4th.
That's the best thing that has happened to you.
So I'm kind of partial to ALD because
Thank you. That's the real one, anyway. So
no, but July 4th, is very, very, very interesting. I've watched it on YouTube, and every single year I keep saying, I'm going to go, I'm going to go, I'm going to go. But this is a very special occasion.
No. But the other question that I wanted to ask, Moy, is Mr. Bensouda just coming to the July 4th, or would he be going to others, visiting other states in the United States during his visit? Because not everybody will be able to travel to, especially the people in Seattle. They live so far away, they may not be able to come because they also organize July 4th there. So will he be visiting other places? Or
yes, we are planning for him to visit other states. So he will be going to, he'll be coming to New York. I'm partial to New York, so I'll start there. But he's starting in Atlanta because I'm going Atlanta moy ndari America before fula ndana ni neka. So he'll be starting in Atlanta. Then from Atlanta, he's going to go to other states. We haven't really set the dates yet, but as soon as we set them, you guys will be the first to know. But yes, he will be going to Seattle. He will also be going to, I think he may be going to Canada, but we're not sure yet because they are pushing to have him come. Ninyi duñ dee doyal si mayor. But inshallah, we'll do the best we can to bring him to a city near you. But for now, Atlanta is the epicenter of this major visit.
Exactly. So I know you guys are trying to raise funds.
Yes.
Now, why would somebody who supports DOI or somebody who supports the UDP or somebody who supports GDC donate to promote Talib's visit as the Unite candidate? What is in it for any Gambian to want to participate in that or to contribute their money towards that?
Neka doomi réew gis ku ñëw di bugga defar sa réew nga jàppale ko jox ko a chance. That would be mandamade. I give to Pastef. I'm not a Senegalese. During the fight, I was at the rallies. I was at the UN protesting. I did it for love of country, for love of our sub-region. Ku feel ku dem Gambia ba gis nu Gambia mel tey. No matter kan moo ñëw ne dafa bëgg a defar Gambia, no matter who it is, I myself would stand up and help. If DOI had a candidate that I seriously believed could lead our country out of this, which I'm not saying they can't, but in 6 months, we have such a following. I'm sure everybody saw the rally. Last Saturday was, yes. Gis xale yi hope biñ am daf la just inspire to say, hey, this guy might be the one. Just like, you know, when Sonko was running in Senegal, I mean, all the mishaps that happened, but everybody was just open to help him and see him lead the way. Unfortunately, God had other plans, but our plan for Gambia is to see a Gambia that's automated, a Gambia that is out of poverty, a Gambia that has new innovative ideas. And I think Talib Bensouda can give that to the Gambia because we've seen what he has done at KMC. KMC is the only municipality for them. Nga dem pour fay sa taxes, nga duga fofu nonu ñu printal la sa bill. I pay my taxes at Brikama Area Council. You go there, anasa receipt last year. If you don't produce it, you're pretty much lost and you have to figure it out on the fly. He has done a lot. He has shown us that he can take us out of this archaic system that we're in. So ku nekk doomi réew warna la nga jàppale ku nga xam ne dafa ñëw pour liggéey ñëwut pour jël ñëwut pour yaaxa he's an established candidate. I'm not saying that other ones are not, but he has served 2 terms at KMC flawlessly. So I think he would be the best candidate for now to lead us out of here.
So I'm taking up.
Real quick. Because I think the question is very important.
Yeah. So let me ask one question, and then you can, when you guys answer it, you can nyambas no. The other issue, we know Orange Face and all his, immigration policy. When I say Orange Face, I'm talking about the lunatic that we have at the White House here.
I get you.
Yes. So with all his policies, so will Talib be affected anyway, given that Gambia is one of the billion countries that have been banned from acquiring visas and coming to the country? Is he in a position, in spite of these policies, to be able to travel to the United States at that time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are ready.
So, Pasamba, the question is important, without a doubt. I mean, if you're a supporter of UDP, why in God's name would you want to contribute to someone else's trip for another party? But if you remember my opening, I said, we happen to belong to one constituent, and that constituent is called the diaspora. If we go back to the struggle, Pasamba, whether we bring in Halifa Saleh, everyone would contribute. If you talk about, again, during the time of the dictatorship, UDP raising funds, we contribute. I'm not a UDP supporter. I've contributed several times in UDP initiatives. So the way I look at it is, when Alhaji Ousainou A&M Dabo came to Atlanta and they were launching, I was in the middle of it, joining me for Parosa, and I have contributed. Yes. So again, what I'm saying is, we are a small community. We don't have the luxury for hajale aksenale. And the fact that we belong in one constituent called the diaspora, I want to vote in 2031. Whether you are DOI or whether you are UDP, whether you are SFR, you also want to vote in 2031. You want to challenge any candidate coming here. So in other words, we're saying facilitate it, contribute, expedite it, so that we can hold them accountable and say, what will you do for us? Vote. We want to change. If we're throwing $700, $800 million to the Gambia, how are you going to help us? Again, that's the question. So whether you're United, whether you're UDP, I know we can all be emotional and say, man, you Talib balal. I get it. He's coming here to campaign. I get that. But I'm saying there is a bigger picture, and that is, we want to hold these people accountable. You support UMC, you support Talib, but that doesn't mean whatever Talib says goes. If Talib doesn't help you as a diasporan, Iman, support them, you're going to withdraw your support.
Definitely.
So, Pasama, Lola si bugona nyambas rek. The other question that you were asking, like Iman said, he'll be going to other states, New York, of course. He'll also, I understand California. Maybe, again, this is all relative. He really wants to go where Gambians want him. I don't know about Wisconsin. Fukogai Bukarek, most likely he will be going there. The schedule, of course, is tight. And Wiley Orbe Ordal, you want to see Ben Sudan, you want to challenge him, come to Atlanta. The good thing about it is, so you're Atlanta, not only because that is going to be July 3rd. I repeat, July 3rd. More the first program, the header of the July 4th. Ci guddi gi nak dégg naa ne Wally Ballago Seck mu ngi fi mbalax koo xam ne yooyu lay daaneel man nga ci ñëw de, because Atlanta nag moom du yomba. And in the next day there will be serious soccer games all over the place. Sunday be more the family event. So if you're like Pasamba, Panga, Sadomi, you want to meet other Gambians, Atlanta, there's a family day on Sunday. Park with a first tell. So use this as an opportunity to visit Atlanta, challenge Talib Ahmed Bensouda, enjoy the Atlanta scenery, and then dance to Wally Ballago Seck. Man, I'm ready with my dancing shoes. Mune lalal basang lola lola.
This old man.
People are enjoying that, I guess. Yes, in Atlanta.
Manako bobo interesting na.
So I hope that you're ready with your dancing shoes, Iman.
Mane, maa ngi si biir. Musa jëndal ñetti ticket. Waxal madam ne am nga gan.
So if you want to obviously donate, how do you go about it? Because there are people that are watching. I mean, I know my main man, Boy Fatty, even though he's an NPP supporter, he wouldn't mind to donate. So where can he go to donate?
We have a GoFundMe that is circulating right now. It's pretty much hasn't been launched outside, but you can go to GoFundMe, and I wish I knew a way to put a crawl on your show, but it will be on Facebook.
Okay.
Within the next 24 hours.
Maybe most can share the link later on the.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
In the comments, and so that people who want to donate can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Anu Gambia. It's if you look up Anu Gambia, you will be able to find it.
So if somebody wants to, I guess they can call you, and then you can either direct.
Of course.
So what's your number and your contact? And
yes, you can call me on WhatsApp or on my line in America if you're outside of the U.S.
Right.
It's 845-849-6401.
6401.
Yes.
845-849-6401.
845-849-6401.
So you have to remind him.
Yes, 84. You got it. I think you got it.
Call Pman for GoFundMe.
Yes.
Call Pman. So I just put your number there. So people that want more.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. Listen. All I want to say to everybody is, I am not Unite.
Yes.
I'm not UDP. I am a bona fide member of the People's Democratic Organization for Independence and Socialism, the best political party ever doing. Why I also believe that anybody who is invested in a better Gambia will be able to help your colleagues in achieving that goal. Because the way I look at it is, a very strong UDP is a very good thing for the Gambian opposition. Just like a strong Unite or a strong DOI or a strong GDC is a great thing. What we cannot have is a weakened opposition.
Yes.
If everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, and I want people to look at it this way. There have been talks all over the place for coalition or whatever. But if all of them were able to galvanize the support that they need to have, and you have a convergence, you're going to have a very strong coalition. But if everybody is weak, and then you have a coalition, you're going to have a weak coalition. So a coalition is just as strong as the parties that are in it. If the parties are strong, we go. So, and like you said, Musa, I have donated to other parties for their causes, and I do not support them.
Exactly.
I will not for you NPP for anything, nothing, because they have state resources, and they have all these big businessmen who are, currying favors and all that stuff. But I think everybody should just try to support the opposition in every way possible. Definitely. So that we'll be eventually able to achieve our goal of denying Barrow a third term. He is not capable of holding the country for 10 years and should not be president for 15 years.
Definitely. And my hat should have said no to a third term. But or 10 years doina. Yep. But that speaks volumes coming from you, Pa Samba. Definitely let's support each other. And I have to say, I have reached out to some DOI members, and they have answered the call. They have donated, and I would love to thank them on this show. A lot of people who are apolitical have donated. So I just have to say that it is a great honor to.
Absolutely. Yes, I mean, we're a little bit, obviously, we're just supposed to have a few minutes, we are, like I said, we are definitely going to bring you back, and so that we can talk about this Sonko Jomai Sonko, and
Hey, my boo.
we will definitely delve into that, and then of course we will bring you to talk about policies and programs of Unite, UMC, and get into. But again, we immensely thank you, Iman, on a short notice.
It was my honor.
Closing remarks will definitely, and it was
Yes.
nice having you on, ma'am.
I am calling on all Gambians who to come out and listen to Talib, come out and listen to his message for Gambians. And again, this is not this is an event that's hosted by the Unite chapter in the US, but it is not a Unite event. This event is open to all Gambians from all walks of life to come out and see our candidate. We are excited to have him accept to come and be with us and to share his message to the diasporans and to Gambia. And I thank you guys for letting me come on the show again under short notice. As soon as we get the dates, I will forward them to, well, we know the Atlanta one, that's
for
sure.
That's one deal.
And again, I forgot to say he is going to California. That one is definitely on the books, and that would be July 12th. California is July 12th. Tentatively, the New York is July 16th and 17th. I believe I don't have the one for Musa. I will convey those dates to you as soon as I get
He's going to Seattle for sure. So he'll be Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't.
The date, yes, but he's going to
But
Seattle.
he is going to Seattle.
Right.
Yeah,
And
no,
again,
I'm laughing here because this Musa said it, since the creation of like a Unite Musa, your skin is glittering, you know. So believe me.
Yeah, I'm kind of funny. Listen, politic more amly. Musa said it and I small tomala. We used to go like this. You know what happened? But that tells you also to Musa Sedi how open-minded and independent that I'm supporting this party. That doesn't mean I'm not open to other views and alternatives. And that's the Gambia that I would really want to see happen, so that all of us can be open to new ideas, because ultimately it's about what? Gambia. And
it is supposed to be about the Gambia.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And we can have our agreements and disagreements. So fekone ma Musa said you get tojante bopa. And it's not only him. How about Bob Ture? Same thing. Now these are close allies. We see things the same way. So that says a lot.
We have to be tolerant. Very, very tolerant.
Definitely.
It should not be.
I just want to say that a new Gambia is possible.
It
should
be possible.
Yes,
it's very possible.
Yep.
Thank you
and
so
you know
much.
what? I really want to thank you, Iman, because at the end of the day, like I said, we all have to get our hands dirty if we want to change the Gambia. We cannot all be pontificationists, just sit there and saying, "Oh, Nila Kugai or Nadefe." No. At the end of the day, it is our Gambia, and like I always tell people, Gambia amut jot. If a country has been underdeveloped since independence,
yes,
and the only thing that we have when they're opening roads, everything has to come to a standstill. Or somebody go 10 kilometers of road, 100 kilometers of road. That's not a country that is moving.
No.
And we have our kids dying in the back way and all that stuff. So even if you were to even open a satellite company, how many satellite we do run by 6 kir? The president would come, minister, that's not a country that is moving.
Definitely.
A country where you donate a van to the mortuary, the whole country's operation will come to a standstill because we celebrate. That's not a country that is on the move.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So for the country to be on the move, and like you said, the diaspora has a role that it has to play. We cannot just continue to just be this pontificationist every time. We have to get our hands dirty.
Yes.
Join a movement, join a political party, support a party of your choice, support a candidate of your choice. But one thing that we cannot do may remain indifferent.
Definitely.
We cannot do.
Thank you so much, guys.
That's the doy, you know, nakala to the you know, guy United. Well, you know, you guys are get tackled in the
No. da ngeen gis lu baax rek parce que da ngeen xam lu baax te si baax rek ngeen doon dox, you know. And my respect to Honorable Halifa Sallah. I am a fan of his. I love him to pieces because he makes sense. So kula yar su make sense, bo gisee sense dang ko xam.
Muy dégg.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Thank
you so very much.
Thank you.
All righty.
Man. And say hi to Chair and
will do.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Hoja bi mu ngi xaar añam bi nak.
Hi.
Thank you so much. All right, bye-bye.
We'll be back again. Appreciate it. Yes, Pop Samba. It's you know.
No, there was something that you were saying about Yahya Musa Seydi.
Yes.
There's something that people must learn in politics, and isn't it Janga? Education is not only going to a formal school, whether it is a university or no, it's more than that. And what I want people to learn of recent is the relationship between Ousainou Darboe and Ibrahima Diba. In spite of everything that people were saying, we saw how Ousainou received Ibrahima Diba at their annual Gamo.
Right.
It would have been very easy for Ousainou Darboe to tell Ibrahima Diba, I don't want you anywhere near me. But that was not the case. Because Mr. Darboe had understood or continues to understand that there is politics and there is personal relationships.
Exactly.
All right. We've seen Ibrahima Diba, and I want to also take this opportunity to extend our condolences to him and his family for the passing of his dad and all that stuff. Who was there front and center yesterday at that funeral?
I'm sure.
And Numukanda Darboe.
I believe
was there. And Ousainou has every reason to get mad and say, you know what, I am not going to deal with this guy again.
Yeah.
Call it whatever you want. But there is somebody who was with Ousainou at a very tender age to where he is now. But Ousainou understood that, you know what, yes, there is the political relationship that I have with him. That is philosophical differences. But there is the personal relationship that I have with him, and I'm not going to allow that to just go away because of our political differences. When you learn that and understand that, then you start to become a very mature political Nakalatura guy. This is why, to me, after learning, I told you, I've repeated this a billion times. When I was so happy to tell to ignore OJ and Halifa was, you know, Jawadangadef mistake that he's not your enemy. He's it taught me something. And this is why, to me, I can pick up my phone today and call Ousainou Darboe and have a conversation with him.
Absolutely.
And it's not because of his UDP am Doi. It's because of what we share as Gambians. I would pick up my phone, call Mama Kande, and have a lengthy conversation with Mama Kande. I don't support his party. He knows that. I can do that with Ahmad, but I can even do that with Adam Barrow when I went to sit. I can have a conversation with him.
Absolutely.
Because, like Dr. said, we say we have to agree to disagree without being disagreeable.
Absolutely.
The problem that we have now is we have people maybe do not even understand politics very well. And all these things. We can have serious disagreements.
Absolutely.
We should not make it to where it amounts to almost like hatred. It does not make sense, most.
No, it does not. But I mean, again, it comes down to political maturity, or just maturity in general. Because we all know, we were talking the other day, the Halifas, when he was in his late 20s and early 30s.
Oh, yes.
How this guy has just evolved. I mean, and I think you take yourself, for instance. I mean, in the early days of the struggle, your politics, I mean, your partisanship, how it has evolved. You know, I mean, you were like Doi, and I remember you and Karamba were always like that. I mean, like this, really. And But then there was that maintaining of respect. And that's the kind of respect I have for Karamba. Most of the time we disagree. But I know for a fact, whatever he says, it's not about being mean-spirited or trying to demean me or anything like that. It's all going to be based on, you know how he is, trying to convince you to see it his way. Most of the time I don't. You know, and the same thing applies. So all we are saying is political maturity, engagement, there has to be civility. Because you know, you can't just start by basically trying to put motivation in someone else's political standing. Or you're gonna support me because of Lee. This is his motivation. I mean, I think that is counterproductive because we can do that. I mean, I can sit here and, you know, question Karamba's motivation for taking certain positions, and he can do the same thing. But it's not going to help anyone. We have our disagreements. Let's find out why we have our disagreements. And at the end of the day, ultimately, Pasamba, really, it's going to come down to the people to decide. So we have a system in place, Bohamne, is a level playing field, amut, and that every Gambian will be given the opportunity to have a say. When everything is said and done, if you are able to convince the majority of Gambians, no matter how odious your position is, no matter how bad your political agenda is, we should be able to respect it because the majority of Gambians understand? And I think if we do that, I think our democracy will flourish. If we do that, our country will be stable. If we do that, we will be able to develop our country. Because we've seen, people talk about how building a capitalist democracy can develop a country. But we've seen places like China, they don't necessarily subscribe to that. And China is like the big player economically, an economic powerhouse. So again, what am I saying? Let's have our disagreements. And whoever the Gambian people decide, the majority of us, let's all give him a chance and then allow that person to govern. If we do that, I think our country will be at a better place. If whatever policies that they have, it doesn't work, we will have an opportunity to make sure that we vote him out of office.
No, definitely. And that's the thing.
Right, you know? Right. I'm waiting for my guy Pa Manneh is supposed to join us around 6 o'clock Gambian time.
You know, the UDP guys always have a problem with their internet thing. So
yeah, I don't see him having problems with internet. Pa Manneh is always out there. So I will be absolutely surprised if he has a problem.
But he has at least 5 more minutes to join.
He has 5 more minutes.
But you know what, Mose, you were talking about the Sonko thing. Sonko Jumai. To me, my whole thing about Senegal was when I believe rights were being violated. When they normalized their government and started going after people, I said what I had to say. So I'm not very much in tune with Senegalese politics as you are. You watch their Jack Carlos and I don't watch any of that. But here is something that I've always said. That Jumai and Sonko, if they fail, that Pastef thing, their failure will not only be for Senegal, but for Africa as a whole. Because a lot of Africans had very big hopes on these people. And finally, we have found young leaders who can bring about the change that Africa this thing deserves. Now, if these people could not hold it together, Musa, what it may do, it would start now making people be very, very doubtful of the whole politics in itself. I don't think you can have anybody that can come now and sell you an agenda and people will readily come and say, you know what, let's just buy it. Because people have always had this very suspicious view of African politicians. So when they came, they said all the right stuff. People were excited across the African continent. Africans in the diaspora. The celebration when they won, it was like it was happening in Kenya, or it was happening in Jamaica, or even the Caribbean. It's like everybody was in tune. You are black, you have something to do with Africa, you were excited. Because people finally said, you know what, the leaders that we were looking for are finally here. And to have that coalition, that Pastef whole thing to just rupture like that.
Rupture, exactly.
So it's a terrible disappointment for Africans, definitely.
You know, Pastor, but there were always people that were very cynical. Nah, you know what? We're blowing this thing out of proportion, that somehow this Usman Sonko in Jumai, these people are from another planet. I mean, people call him Sayyidina Usman. But there's a lot more to him than the typical African driven by their own, sometimes personal agenda. And I'm sure some people will absolutely disagree. But the question still remains that what I think all of us should interrogate is what happened. I think that is very important. There are a lot of people, I mean, the traditional easy blame game when Basiru Jomai Faye betrayed Usman Sonko because Momoneka president, Aferi Nehna, went to hell with it. I'm seeing this thing differently. And then abandon the whole process. That's how they're seeing it. Now, if you are sympathetic to Jomai on opposition to this whole Pastef, the way you're seeing it is, look, this whole thing was always about him, Usman. And when he didn't have it his way, the whole thing was trying to make it about himself instead of helping his fellow Pastef to at least fulfill the promises of this that they gave to the Senegalese people. Look, we have to interrogate it and then find out what happened, because obviously something happened. Some people, I mean, it's just politics as usual. That politics, when everything is said and done, some are saying, look, this is what happened with Barrow and A&M Dabo. And if you can, and then some are definitely drawing parallels. Some are saying, no, dafa hawa ute. Man, to me, how nanyo ute a little bit. But nide wahne benala is because they're saying that it all comes down to people and their ambitions. People, that it has to be about them, whether it's Barola, whether it's A&M Dabola, whether it's Jumaila, whether it's Usman Sonko. It comes down to them being political animals in wanting to have things their way. Now, I mean, again, what am I saying? We need to interrogate what happened. Like you said, obviously, it's not good for Africa because we thought somehow that this is going to be different. But people are always telling you about Sankara, and what's his name again?
Sankara.
The guy, Sankara.
Thomas Sankara.
Sankara, and the one that betrayed him, Kampore. And they can always give you examples of African leaders that they didn't see the same way. Some will tell you even Jammeh and Sabali. In other words, if we all come together to form something, that doesn't mean, these are different beings. Jumai and Sonko, I'm sure personality-wise, even if you look at them, they're totally different.
They are different.
They are absolutely different. So what happened? Did Jumai have new friends? And you say, abandon Sonko? Or did Sonko overplay his hand? Because if you are a prime minister, you are working for a government, and the person who is the head of the government, again, you have to work for him. But if you're out there making public utterances that undermine Sufel Koku, so yage mugis bopam. I look at it, my relationship with Pa Manneh, Pasamba, and Yo. We've been doing politics for a long time. If we find ourselves, Banka and I, let's say, for instance, I became president. We all believe in the same philosophy, the changes that we're supposed to implement. Banka has done a lot of things for me. Today, I'm a donor. So I will look for my dara, just like Sonko and Jumai. But if Banka were to go out there at every political setting and say things that would demean me, that's my sufil, and I am the president at the seat of power. So what the hell? Who does he think he is? Let me show him what time it is. Because ñun ñep nit liñ. Again, I'm not saying that's what happened between Sonko and Jomai. Is it possible Jomai abandoned the main pillar of Pastef, the projet? And Usman is like, wait a minute. This is not why we came to power. We came to power to transform this country.
Maria, when I see what handle it, Mom. Maria, you will not be able to handle that. If I were you, I would just stay away from it. Because when Baka is hot, Musa is hot, there is no one who can handle them. So
political relationships can be very funny. Did Sonko also realize that, look, and where this guy is heading, I don't like it. And then he started playing his own game. Is his approach right? Could he have done it differently? Could he have said, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going to resign because this is not why we were elected. But he decided to say, you know what, manduma demissionne. Unless I'm fired, I am not going anywhere. But then you make public utterances that undermine the presidency. Again, I know there are a lot of passive supporters. They don't want to hear that. Nyom Babu Karwada, they'll tell you, look, the way I see this, ni kid of a betray. Look at, let's bring it to UMC, Bob Toure. Talib and the Kemos and the Nyom Yaya maintain. Talib get elected. And then he became a totally different human being. And then, Nyom Yaya working for him, Nyom Kemo. And they started saying things that he's not very comfortable with. So you get Talib this bopam there. What time it is. Again, Musa, a very complex issue.
No, it's a complex issue. More than if you are engaged in an ideology-based politics, you have to have people who truly believe in that ideology, who will not be easily swayed by poison or resources. The reason why, let's say, a party like I look at the relationship between, let's say, Khalifa, Sidia, Sam, and that crew. They understand very much what their agenda is, and in spite of failures and all these things, whatever differences that they may have, I've been to meetings where it will be like they will be bumping heads, but you will never see that because they know how to manage an issue. It's not like anything is rubber stamped and all that stuff. So, but when you see, Musa, there was something that Michelle Obama said, that power does not corrupt. It just shows you, pretty much prove your true colors. That's just what it is, And I think that's the situation here. I don't know what happened, but all I'm saying was whether Sonko was wrong or Jomai is wrong, I don't know. What I'm saying, Moini, it is a huge disappointment to Africans and young Africans, especially who were thinking that finally we have found a group of people who can put it together and work towards our eventual liberation. And of course, it is what it is.
Pa Manneh. Welcome to the For the People, by the People. Some people were telling me, Pa Manneh, who? I'm like, the real Pa Manneh that you guys see. Some think he's passionate. He tells it as it is. He's a straight shooter. Others say, no, he's a controversial bomb thrower. He doesn't bring a whole lot to the table. Now we have Pa Manneh. He's going to be on For the People, by the People. But before that, hey, we have people that kind of help us to bring this program every Sunday. And without them, we wouldn't be having this kind of conversation.
No deposit, flexible payment plans, and lots of discounts. Get your leave of admin today.
Pa Manneh, good afternoon from my end. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing extremely well. Glad to have you on the platform, definitely.
Thank you, my pleasure.
I'm sure you're watching us on the window. We also do watch you on the window as well. But at least
No, I do watch you from time to time, but not today though, because I went out. My do so
yeah, I guess
basically.
wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, feel free. We're going to definitely be able to talk about our country. If there's one thing that we have in common, and that is we all are Gambians and we all love our country. I will never question anyone's love of country, irrespective of whatever the political divide is. We all, I believe in the same thing, and that is we want to see a better Gambia. Our difference end up with how we approach it and who do we think can be the vessel that can bring about that change. But again, like I said at the opening, some say you're passionate, a straight shooter, some say you're controversial, a bomb thrower. Who is Pa Manneh? What is he all about?
Yeah, was direct because the magisne probably kuneka amna opinion man mi munna wane Musa Jeng sumo waji Jeng Sala ngari lumo dohale mbir mi duluma ne te and that's very normal in every society. Basically ñuy wax lolu sax majority of those people da nga gis ne Pa Manneh bokku ak ñom wala we are not politically aligned. We have different perspectives in political views. So then I just most of the time ñom luma buga duñ dé buga lolu ñom tamit luñ buga duma ko dé buga. So it's normal ñom ñi gis ma luñ ma buga gisé, but that will not define me the way they take me. In normal life I'm a very humble person. Man soma feka dama feka guy boy talk ni ñu watan. In normal life I ko like within my family and all that. Why just my political lum like mbir rew lum laaj man loolu laay def mbir rew amul xarit mbir rew amul dama war a xool si boti diw pour ma ma mun koo waxal yéen kii wala dafa am lu ma ko war a xoolee yooyu. So man loolu suma believe la I believe ne man I will put on the table what I think either Musa nangu na ko wala Musa nangu ko. I will not say I will not care because suma liggéey nit yi ñoota ma liggéey suma yëngatu si benn affaire nit yi ñoota ma yëngatu. So I will not ne Musa come man dama am difference and mom in our political view. I don't care how Musa view what I'm saying. Why that will not also prevent me from putting on the table what I believe. Ne lolu mo wara am. And the majority of Gambians does not subscribe to that. Ñom luñ gomle ñom luñ wax yo nga wax lolu ñu tiyela nit ku baax luñ wax lolu yow da nga wara mel benen melokaan. So that is normal in our society. Yeah.
Can you go further and tell us a little bit about yourself? I mean, because I remember when we spoke behind the scene, Yangi between Gambia and Senegal, and when we even talk about internet, you have Starlink, and I mean, what else about you? I mean, your political.
The Starlink is no lolu no man no Pman la you don't. I don't think you have to bring that on the table. Then a poor man, we the Mobuga Veja Lala, but the woman is a the Mobuga take the Mobuga dan. So that was we'll do about.
So Pa, just before we tune in, we were talking a little bit about we can have differences.
Yeah.
But then the underlying moine, there has to be civility. Yo sabopa, fan na ñoo wara draw the line. Okay, man dama wax dëgga. But su fekkee ne dëgga bi is uncivil, su fekkee ne dëgga bi dafa yàq. How do you see that?
First of all, so ne dëgga bi is uncivil. And additionally, ngane dafa ya tamit. Man from my perspective, man gise umanu. Dama gis ne dega regla. No ko wahe it matters. Why whatever the case is, dega regla mumuji. Man suma wax si social media. The man you ma wax lo xamantene lol mo concern Gambians. It has nothing to do with Pa Manneh as a person. It has nothing to do with Pa Manneh from family level and ne gina la joge ko. Why dama wax in general perspective. Li la Gambian si buga, li mo wara am, li moy dega, lii lañ war a toppa te foog naa képp ku bugg a Gambia nga bugg a Gambia dem kanam lii moo war a nekk sa stance man I am not on social media majority of though very rare nga gis ma post my own personal stuffs very rare nga gis ma post my own personal man lu ma wax rek mooy United Democratic Party Alhaji Ousainou Darboe Gambia and that's it man loolu laa gom loolu moo tax ma ñëw social media kon du ma ñëw social media man I am over 40 man du ma ñëw bàyyi suma time ñëw on social media ma war a wax affaire Gambia ma nekk foofu di promote one person's agenda ma xam kan mooy kooku ma ko dimbale pour mu yaaxa Gambian si at the end of the day I should be if there is anything loo xamante ni Gambians are uncomfortable with that person I should also be held accountable so lii mooy suma stand Musa and the matter of fact is a lot of people are saying Pa Manneh I think they should look deep into issues loo xamante ne loolu la Pa di wax man su ma ñëwee ne for example United Democratic Party lii ak lii balaa ngaa condemn Pa Manneh di wax ne Pa nangam nga ma judge already da nga war a xool ban perspective lay waxee ak lan moo tax may wax ak lan moo nekk si ginnaaw man su ma waxee it's very important as well waaye Gambia si da ngaa wax rek ñoom duñu xam sax fan la mbir mi jógee ko rek ñu ñëw dal sa kaw and I'm also victim of that Musa
Muy dëgg. So just the other question, just to follow up before my Pa Samba comes in. Nga wax nga lu am solo. Nga ne dëgg rek la war a nekk. So ko massage. Waaye xam nga dëgg can be very subjective. Yow what do you consider dëgg ak keneen lim gisee dëgg mun naa am utuwaay. Ndoo ñun ñëpp benn dëkk all of us we believe in the same country. Waaye dëggaam mooy dëggaam bii nii man suma dëgga mooy dëgga bii nii keneen dëggaam mooy dëgga bii nii so li ma mooy ne su fekkee ne you have different people what they consider as dëgga so for us to speak don't you think ne the approach also matters rather than because you are consumed ne yow li nga wax dëgga la to a point that you are blinded to even listen to somebody else like Musa Jeng moom lim foog ne mooy dëgga. What do you say to that?
Musa, I would take xaaral jël example si coach Pa Samba. Gis nga lu bari ñu ngi wax fi social media. Mun nañ wax ne mun jàng nañ si Pa xool nañ liggéey bu nga xamante ne moom la liggéey in Jammeh's era in the struggle taxawaayam kàddoom lu mu daan waxe ñun yëpp jàng nañ si lu bari waaye bu mu daan wax si mbiri Jammeh in as much mu police waxam in as much mu bugg koo defar at the end of the day dëgg rek la moo wax ama lan la wax fi Jammeh reykat nit la Jammeh sàccakat la Jammeh womanizer la Jammeh nangam la loo xamante ne ñu yëpp gom nañ ne loolu mooy Jammeh loolu la manifeste loolu la ñu won te loolu lañ xam ci moom mënul wax leneen lu ëpp loolu te mënul wax leneen lu muy desal loolu su ko defee moom su ko buggee defar at the end of the day gis nga ñu moo wax seen tur si ñu comme ñun ordinary Gambians ñun at the end of the day ñun tam dañoo gis ne Pa Samba instead of mu wax dëgg bi moom tam mu ngi xool naka lam ko waxee léegi bu yàggee instead of ñu gis ne Jammeh bii nii lii la Pa Samba di wax si moom ñun dañoo gis ne Pa Samba est-ce que moom si boppam melul nangam even though du ñëw directly ñu wax ko moo tax gis nga dëgg am na noo ko policier soo ko buggee wax yow mii di ko wax te yaa ngi ko bugg a defar si yenn defaraay yi bu yàggee yow sa boppa ñu laa déglu dafa am luñ laa teg ak fuñ laa xoolee moo tax dëgg soo ko waree wax danga koo wax dina neex Musa wala mu naxari Ismail dafa neex Jeynaba wala Binta mu bañ ko waaye at the end of the day yow mii di ko wax yow da ngaa xam ne man lii ma wax ni dëgg la and there would be people that would appreciate ne yow li nga wax ni dëgg la waaye ak lu mu munta mel tamit dina am ñoo taxaw ne dinañ wax ne kii lu mu wax ni su fekkee ne dëgg la sax war koo wax the same time dina am ñoo xamante ne tamit dinañ taxaw ne kii lu wax ni du dëgg so this is life you have to go accordingly
right
so loolu moo fa nekk
absolutely
man gis nga man Musa man maa weesu te man maa ragal di teg si dëri loo xamante ne loolu doomi aadama mi nekku ko wala may toog di saaga koo xamante ne mun naa gis ne kii xale la te am na future in our country
Absolutely.
Lolu man rus naa ko. Waaye tamit dama put suma boppa in the shoes of people ñoo xamante ne dañ leen a jël def leen laada in politics. Def leen ay kii naka la soosey lu ñoo wax selen dango ñu jël leen di leen use against their own people. Loolu man suma ko xamee dama génn ma wax ko Ida Musa bugga na ko dama ko wax Ida Pasamba bugga na ko dama ko wax because that is my responsibility.
Absolutely.
As a Gambian citizen.
And we're going to delve into those details. What Pa Manneh considers the Gambia, and he uses metaphor, using someone as a ladder to get to the pinnacle. And we are going to interrogate that. Pap Samba. Here, my man, Pa Manneh.
Pa Manneh, gana yangi duga ci Olaf kon nak nañ ko mix. Thank you very much though for coming to the show. So wax mom dañ ko téga rek mu tégu loolu la Olaf di wax.
Exactly.
Wow. So the question that I have for you though, in spite of kile wax li kiye ko ni nañ ko wara waxe, you live in the Gambia.
Yeah.
You see the situation. We are 6 months away from elections. Very consequential elections. 7 months, 6 months almost to elections. My understanding, you nekulo talk ben a place, you roam around the country. What is the pulse of the Gambian people? Ñinga waxal. Lan nga foog ne ñoom loolu lañ yëg ak loolu lañ séntu ne mooy xew December 6th 2026. The outcome. I've spoken to Sutu recently. Luma wax ni sa Gambia la jógee ko ni ma wax ni because ñu ma jógee ki dama lay wax ni sa dama am interview ak ñoo xamante ne one is my mentor, the other one is my opponent politically.
Which one is which?
There is only one mentor on this platform, Musa.
No, one is my mentor, the other one suma political opponent. So you might invite popular them, and then it's a very important platform. So I, ma drive quickly. Why, anyways, lufa come kodlinga put quickly ma wasi lolu. Just nga purwala degarek. Out of every 100 people, 70 or stuff like 85% would tell you that we are not going to vote for Adama Barrow. Straightforward. Amun dara luñ ci xol lu nekk motif nak ci ginaaw se ñaka vote for Adama Barrow du defar ay yoon wala indi courant wala lu mel non waye gis nga xif bu nekk ci biir réew mi foko xayma rek open ko. So you talk to a lot of people dañ la wax ne man Adama amatuma ci mom ben yaakar te gis na ne by all means 2026 dafa wara daan dafa wara jóge ko fi. We need a new face. We need somebody ko xamanteni dafa potential dina yóbbu réew mi kanam te dinañ mun a jëflante ak moom dina xam lan la réew mi soxla pour mun leen koo jox. So I go to every community. Man, I'm a multi-language speaker. Dina duga si Wolof yi ma waxtaan ak ñoom, ma duga si séeréer yi waxtaan ak ñoom, ma poli very few la day waxtaan ak. Waaye ñi ma doon wax 2021 ne yéen seen pa bi moom dafa war a kii nii daal. In the past 3 months, ñoma invite on weekly basis ma dem ci sante ñom te those people are youths ma dem ci sante ñom waxtaan ak ñom ñu jox ma assurance ne ñom dinañ vote and they are going to vote against Adama Barrow clearly like that. So man dama gog ne whatever the cases ñu ma dee waxtaan within UDP outside UDP dama leen dee gomloo ne wala dama leen dee wax luy dëgg ne Adama Barrow dootu fi tooga 2026 su ko neexee muy jël tali di leen def foofu ay na jël diamond def ko tali dafa daan loolu Musa man maa ko fi wax tey Adama dafa daanu mënu si dara.
So Adama
lu nit ñi soxla joxu leen loolu.
Okay, so lu nit ñi soxla joxu leen ko Adama dafa daanu waaye yow si sa waxtaan. Because am na loo wax te egut waaye suma gis-gis mooy yow you believe ne UDP potentially Ousainou would be the one to defeat Adama.
Exactly.
You believe ne without a coalition that the UDP mun nañu defeat Adama Barrow?
Without a coalition, man from my own perspective, man suma sañoon dafa am coalition. Amal ta ma wax loolu dama ma teg ko fu wóor gis nga Olom Njaay lu ndeewaare lu kenn mun juróom moo ko daxa wala fukk. So if UDP can provide a potential candidacy against Adama Barrow. mu nekk taxawaay boo xamante ne Adama mun nañ ko defeat ñu gom loolu man comme man lu ma gom ne bu fekkee ne Ousseynou si boppam kese moo taxaw against Adama daf koo daane waaye nag bu fekkee ne gënta yomba bu si Ismaila Cissé sorry astafurlah Issa Fall dugalee loxom bu si Issa Fall dugalee loxom Mama Kandeh dugal si loxom even Talib dugal si loxom because ñu ñoo bokk réew mi ñu ñoo si war a jàppa pour Adama lu mu fa gën a mun a gaaw a jógee ko so I believe ne Ousseynou by himself mun na fa jëlee Adama by himself bu fekkee ne United Democratic Party kese moo taxaw mun na fa jëlee Adama waaye bu dee dafa am additional people yoo xam ne ay leadership la waaye dafa am coalition boo xamante ne dafa ñëw dafa gën a yomba pour Adama jógee ko foofu this the reason why Adama dafa def sauver boppam mun na ñëw ci loolu waaye Adama dafa def sauver ba mu xam ne ñii bu fekkee ne dañ def coalition it is easier for them to remove Adama from the leadership of the country so loolu moo tax mu ngi wax fu nekk mu ngi kii waaye man ñu doon wax ne duñ votal Alhaji Ousseynou te ñoo ma invite te ñu maa wax ne man damaa votal Alhaji Ousseynou
so yow si sa wax nga ne dëgg la ne Ousseynou mun naa daaneel Adama waaye nag dina gën a yomba su fekkee ne ñëpp ñëw nañ booloo mu nekk benn coalition so su fekkee looloo ngay happen loolu moom moo nekk di soo resuwee pour génne ko fa ngir li nga wax dëgg la dégg nañ Adama Barrow soo déggee all of a sudden léegi mu ngee ŋàññe mbiri coalition ñii coalition lañ bëgg a def suñu defee coalition Ousseynou ngi leneen nax dafa bëgg a ne so loolu yëpp kuy wax loolu comme lu olof di wax rek xorom suñ ko tuddee si cin dafa ëpp mbaa mu manqué am na li nga xam ne moo sabab loolu waaw su fekkee loolu am na ba ñi nga xam ne ñoo nekk si opposition bi because man ñu ma lay waxal yëpp benn affaire dañ lay wax ni coalition wax naa Mama Kandeh wax na coalition Ousseynou wax na coalition Doye wax nañ coalition ñoom Talib wax nañ coalition Essa Fall wax na coalition bépp koo xam ne yaa ngi ron you're looking for a coalition fooguloo ne su fekkee ne loolu am na bon nag wax ji waruñ koo ñagasal si diggante ñi nga xam ne ñoo nekk si opposition bi nga xam ne su ëllëgee ñu bugg a waxtaan dina gën a yomba pour ñu mun a ñëw together ndax loolu make na sense to you?
Yeah, make na sense. But the matter of fact is, for example, ñu jël example ne Ousseynou bugg na coalition, Mama Kandeh bugg na coalition and so. Gis nga ñooñu yëpp they are party leaders. Then they def public engagement what is very rare. Ñun ma mun naa jógee fii léegi dem Fass Njaga Coy meet one person or a group of people jógee waat foofu dem Dofaan jógee waat foofu dem Kerjeen jógee waat foofu dem beneen dëkka bi lu ma àggee esew loolu I have that possibility and I can do it by myself kon mun naa engage nit yu bare loo xamante ni Ousseynou munu ko Ousseynou nag mun naa am a lot of people within the field in the field ñu ko jox information waaye the problem bi ku laa indil information bu mu bugga nga dégga loolu lam laa indil. So the person can give you information bo xamantene dafa bass yow wala mu jox la information bo xamantene def la nax waaye the matter of fact ñun suñ boppa ñi nga xamne ñun ñoy dem ci fiil yi dañ dee meet wala dañ dee dégga wala dañ dee gis loo xamantene ñu wóor nañ ñu ne even if this particular candidate stand by himself dugut ci ron coalition dafa win or dafa defeat Adama Barrow waaye the matter of fact is comme lu ma lay wax ni loolu laa believe mooy bu Mama Kandeh ñëwee Issa Fall ñëw PDOIS ñëw ak beneen parti ñëw against Adama dafa gën a yomba si opposition si waaye dafa gën a yomba tamit ci nga xamante ñooy sànni karta so we will not be getting in this back and forth te it's going to be a easy ride at the end of the day man daal loolu gom naa ko coach.
Thank you. Jeng.
My main man, Pa Manneh. Man, I don't really see you, and again, no offense, as a political opponent. Because man mayo, soko setlo ak setlo ko pasamba included, bene gis bila. Moine, we want to bring an end to Barrow. We want a new person to be at the helm. It's good for our democracy, it's good for our country. So where the difference is, maybe we're going to delve into that. But there is no law. Ngane A&M Dabo, with or without a coalition, yo gom gane mom munna gane Baro mano or mano. Some of us are old enough because history doesn't back what you are saying. Nga farfarlu wax lu la neex. The political reality is different. Why do you believe Fanga Wirne, A&M Dabo, who has contested election again and again and again in different scenarios, and he couldn't win? Tell me, why would it be different this time around? Based on your Linga Fork. And I'm not talking about Wangak, Fast Njago Choi, anecdotal, kunek, I'm not going to. But give me the facts.
Okay.
And just the facts, ma'am. Not your Linga Fork. The facts.
Musa, I'm giving you the facts. And I may take a clear example from a few of the statements that yourself made here on this platform.
So you do what
for the people, by the people, in the presence of Suma Mentovi coach. One, I will also consider you always as a political opponent, because it is the fact that we are not supporting the same thing, the same candidate. We are not aligned politically. So that is left of you. About Mr. Dabo. It's true, them na election and several times ne declare win ko. Just nga kun declare would a victory. Aku winut nyari yo doing bena. Mr. Dabo went against a dictator for 22 years. A dictator. Then you know how many dictators. We all know what dictators can do. And them jamesi bopam gainana. In 2020, either 2020 or 2021, Mune. Okay, after 2021 elections, Mune, Mundef dan Sacha. Why Adam alum Sache mo opa munum dan Sacha? Lolu doila. Yenzala, nda lolu doila. Sifinde ringawa non. Mandamala buga wonne, haradek, mandamala buga wonne, Mr. Dabo dan win.
Dengo Sacha.
Amana munna ni Sacha, wala munna ton victorium, New Joko Kene. That is normal in politics. It is not done, but we normalize it in our African politics, so to West African politics. 2021 gis na lan mo fi xew. Adama win na mu wara am ñu ko sandal kata ñu war ko votal ñu war ko celebratal victory am. Deka bi yeb sengem. Kër bo dugal nga foog ne seen taw bu góor wala jigéen moo wàññee ko si biir kër gi. Non la wara mel. That is a clear sign ne li victory bi Adama di celebrate ni du lu mérite. Kon coow jibee na fuñ ko yaakaare wut. Wala dara xew na loo xamante ne warta xew. Pour woon la rek ne Alaaji Ousainou daf daan win. Yow yaa man dama suma gom-gom mooy Musa yow yaa bugg a gis ne Alaaji Ousainou daanutoon win. Te yow boo gisee noonu, it is your fundamental right as a Gambian. Ako xamanteni you have something probably internally ne man buguma Alaaji Ousainou win, but why nak suma relationship ak mom wala few people beside him duma publicly so out ne man I am not in for Alaaji Ousainou. Dinga police say decision ding ko jema defar dinga am noko tege ben nit yi juñ gis ne li moy the reality of Musa Jeng against the United Democratic Party. Man non la gisee mam luma don hol man bumala tambale hol be legi. I have learned a lot from you. Why gis na tamine you are one potential person ko xamanteni you have something internally against United Democratic Party te bugulo ko wone te bugulo nit yi gis ko tamit ci yow. That is normal. Dama la ko acceptal at 100,000%.
Okay.
All right. No ma ñew rek da nga bëgg ma elaborate. I'm going to elaborate and I'll put it on to you. Lu tax ma gom ne Alaaji Ousainou dafa wi gis nga xamal tax ma gom ne Alaaji Ousainou dafa wi Musa yow bu nga toogee fii ne if Talib Suda got the backing of United Democratic Party and Alaaji Ousainou, he is the most potential candidate against Adama Barrow te daf ko daane nu mu gën a yombe.
Absolutely.
Waaye tamit nga wax the same programme ne bu fekkee ne Talib Suda is denied that access from Alaaji Ousainou ak United Democratic Party su taxawalee boppam he would not even have 4 to 5% in the coming elections. but he still went with him. You are still celebrating it. Nyum fale sa buffer zone. He is potential pour mu taxaw against Adam. Te denga gom ni dafa win. La mo tanga gom lol because time change. It change your mentality again. It change your beliefs. Because what you see. Maluma gisal sama bopa. Ñoñu duñ ay xalé. Ñoñu duñ ay gune. Those people have their voters cards. They are responsible people. Ay kilifa lañ, ay borom kër lañ. They have backgrounds. Dama ci séréri. They are extended family people. They got just been a family with 50 people. They got them family, in Parea. So we are ready. We are going to vote for Mr. Dabo. Lan mo tan legi duma gomne Mr. Dabo the far win 2026. Te Adama du simun dat.
Okay. Pa.
Yeah.
Answering a question be in a way bo xamne I want to remove myself out of it because, man, I'm just an ordinary person. All I have is an opinion. Whether I have something internal about Usainu Dabo, that's neither here nor there. The question that I ask, Moine, the man has contested several elections. Yongane declaring the winner, why Momo win? Pa. That's not based on any logic. Absolutely not based on anything. So fekene, more than win. They deny him, whether it was under a dictatorship or back in 2021. Remember, there was 2016 that a UDP candidate was able to win in a coalition. So that kind of negate what you are talking about. Do I believe me? Gambian politics, there is not a level playing field. Yes. Do I believe that there is Njunjad? Yes. But what you fail to do, instead of making it about me, more to debunk, the guy has tried again and again. Let's say they steal it back in 2021, and he's not declared the winner. So does it mean Momo win? So you're telling me, Momo win, he wasn't declared the winner, but in 2026, actually, he will be declared the winner. Based on what?
Based on Lula Gomlone, Talib is the winnable candidate against Adama Barrow.
I want to get to that.
No, you are an individual.
No,
Musa, you are an individual. You were speaking.
I'm going to
pertaining to your own personal opinion. And then you are asking me as a person as well. Malimala wahmoy lima komlinga gomeni Talib Ben Suda is a potential candidate and a winnable candidate against Adama Barrow. When you had United Democratic Party as a political party for Hamantene Fofla Talib Bokon, te yo wanga sisa wa fi Musa ngane genuto nyomba harare genuto nyomba ñu amon a coalition against Adama pour ñu mun ko wi easy defeat ngane ñi ñep lool moy suñ gom Legi bu fa Talib nekkee instead of ngeen encourage ko ne ko yéen yëpp da ngeen war a nekk benn xaaral rek ma ñëw Musa xaaral ma ñëw instead of yéen yëpp ngeen nekk benn we are not arguing. Are we?
No, knowledge all the time in the world.
Okay.
Dinañu waxtaan and we may be able to find common ground.
Okay.
Dama bëgg a dégg gis nga man lu ma wax ci programme bi fii nii ma ñor and I will never walk away from it. What I said was, if Talib Ahmed Ben Suda, if we're looking for a winning formula for UDP to make it to the Marina Parade, he is one candidate that can defeat Adama Barrow with the endorsement of Alhaji A&M Dabo. I believe that then, and I believe that now. If Talib Ahmed Ben Suda, if he goes it alone, it will be much of a steeper hill. It'll be very challenging. Man lulu duma ko lam-lame. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. Now, in as much, I'm not politics that are funny. Time that they dictate things. When I said it, this was even before Talib left the UDP. Before we moved to the UDP, we were in a totally time zone being nekon. Money. And I still believe that now. If Talib is the candidate is game over. With the support of A&M Dabo, because there is no individual who has a lot more political capital than A&M Dabo. Whatever you think of, what I think of him, is neither here nor there. Man, I'm a political analyst, and that's what I do. Farlu, most of the time, tahuma juk. So what I said, I believe that. Does A&M Dabo has the political capital to help a candidate with? Absolutely. But what I've always said, I don't think A&M Dabo can defeat Adama Barrow. Unless and until you tell me, without getting into what President Jammeh, who listens to what Jammeh says? You using that as a basis? But Barrow mo gina sacha? So somehow, come on now, Pa, tell me something.
So you do not believe Bufekene Jammeh dafa gena ne you believe lone Bufekene Jammeh dafa gena ne man dama dan sacha Adama waye luko dama dan sacha Dabo waye luko Adama defe man defe mo kono lolou do ko gom because that comes from the mouth of Yaya Jammeh himself.
Lolou way jelal Jammeh nga tege ko bor. Seriously, koku waxam jaruto dore sa dom. It doesn't amount to anything.
Okay.
Seriously.
Now let's put it this way. Now let's put it this way. Man, I can base my analysis on statistics yo xamantene man mako ligantel suma bop. Being a politician and working on the ground, engaging people yo xamantene ñom lay fekk ci sen kër yi, ci sen toli, ci bantabay, ci jigéeni women kafoy, waxtaan ak ñom ñoy Gambians, ñom ñoy vote at the end of the day. Legi ñom so munte jël sen wax nga tek ko nga put say analysis wala nga def say nga indi estimation of kaddu yi nga xamne ñom lañ la jox wala li len moy sen mebet ci waxtaan yi nga xamanteni mom nga jëflante ak ñom kon say foy sukandiko si ñan ngay sukandiko because ñi nga demone gisi ñom ñoy vote si ñom ñoy Gambian si at the end of the day ñom sen vote ñom ñoy decide kan moy nekk leadership of the Gambia tomorrow. Te man loolu laa def I've visited so many communities in Lower Nyomi. Remember, I was the chairman of UDP in Lower Nyomi. I visited Upper Nyomi. I went to Jokadu. I went all the way to both Upper Badibu, Lower Badibu, Central Badibu, and all the entire Badibu. Man hamna lan moy dox si region Gambia NBR. Hamna lan lañuy xalaté tay. Nit mun na xalaté ni demba. Gis nga Moussa Dieng boma so ma invite on fi demba probably wala yaego probably duma fi ñew wala probably say yo do ma fi invite waye gis nga time mo dey decided bopa.
Absolutely.
So ñooñu suñu gisoon ne demba duñ votal Mr Dabo waye tay ñu gis ne coono bu ñoo daj pour ñu indi lekka ci seen table si pour ñu survive seni doom seni xalel ñu yóbbu seen doomi school dafa jafe si ñoom ñu gis ne Adama waranduñ ko mën a fal gis nañ kenn ku ñoo fal kuy Mr Dabo is very normal ma believe ne ñun Mr Dabo dinañ ko def president in 2026 loolu du man maa koo def de Gambian si ñoo koo def te ñoom Gambian si ñoom naa dem fekk si seen faro yak seen bantabaay
yal na ko yàlla def Pap Samba
ko dama mel waji lu mu bëgg a dégg wax ma lool de dama wax ne gaay ji de Talib la Talib la ñoo faral yow Talib lañ bëgg pour mu nekk président they want young leadership I'm giving you facts. I will not come here and gis nga kay ma wala benn affaire na Moussa man suma déglu rek ma wala bi pour nga gom ne man I have nothing to back gis nga man suma dee mun na amaana sa Mr Dabo du fa ñëw suma no dama la bëgg a wax ne man lu ma fi waree na la leer ne man luy dégg bi loolu laa la wax.
No,
I am giving you facts.
Your facts. That doesn't mean it's different. Pap Samba.
So
okay, anyways.
Wow. So wax nañ fu mu nekk nii maybe coalition. Waaye wax nga fi ne yow you believe ne Mr Dabo election si mu win yëpp dañ ko sàcca.
Yeah.
You as a member of the UDP and the UDP as a party, yan measures ngeen jël to make sure ne what happened si past elections are not going to happen again. Can do such as in votes. That at the end of the day, the will of the Gambian people will very much be represented when they call the results.
I think I would not be the person that would have answered to the level that was to the expectation answer, because I'm an ordinary member of United Democratic Party today. And I think there would be people, or there should be a person, anybody else within the national executives, within the executive of UDP, kulamuna ansali. Why gomna nima ligiandor si UDP ñoo xamne ay kilifa lañ fofu. I've seen people on a tay taxaw nañ si jéego yoo xamantene lu amon 2021 dootul amadi 2026. Meaning ne tricks yi nga xamantene mom la NPP jëlon, Adama Barrow jëlon, tapale yi nga xamantene ñom lañ defoon in the political process, in the electoral process, be ñu ñaaka carte bu ci election si, because dañ tapale carte yi loolu dootu fi amati, because xam nañ lan moo xewoon ñu jël jéego towards that. Gis nañ one of the biggest examples, gis nañ in the voter registration process lan moo fa xew. 2021 ñun dañ toogoon rek ne munut na nekka. Ama yaa ngi gis suma brother Ibrahima Diba foo waxee mu ne la non ñi élection nga win ne. So people have this confidence, so much confidence. Everybody was confident ne Adama dañ ko win. Adama dañ pare si moom. But Adama underneath was doing his own thing. Well, ñun balaa ñu realize loolu, it was already done, the damage was already done. 2021 ñu génna Adama sàcc na UDP lan lañ ci mun ñun xam nañ ne sàcc nañu. Ku nekk si ñun xam nañ ne Adama sàcc nañu. Adama si boppam xam nañ ne sàcc nañu. Musa bii di wax ni xam na ne Adama daf ñu sàcc. But lan lañ cee def mënuñ ci dara. The matter of fact is luy ñëw elect ñun xam nañ lan mooy suñu jéego. And I don't think I am that position, to be honest, ne man maa war a wax si mbir moom le. Te su fekkee ne ma see war a wax tamit I would be very unfair to United Democratic Party, because I am not the person to tell you lii mooy taxawaay UDP ak UDP fii la war a taxaw in terms of jéego yi nga xamante ne loolu lañu war a towards that.
So last election si yow wax nga ne you've been traveling around the country talking to people.
Yeah.
Last election see mostly there was a lot of fear mongering against the UDP. We saw the late Debo by force even insinuate the UDP winning, all the other tribes would be taken out of the country. You talk to people who seriously believe that the UDP is a Mandinka party, the UDP is that party, the UDP is Sunyewe, all other tribes will be in trouble. What are you guys doing? Since you are traveling, speaking on the behalf, or not on behalf of the UDP, but speaking for UDP, trying to get people to support them. What messages to at least allay the fears of people who may have bought the tribal politics because have the Momla NPP the last elections?
Yeah, very important thing Tom, because my community engagement. ñu ma dee fekki ñu gën a bari duñ dee nekka I do not want to mention tribe in my statement, because man dama gom ne it does not matter ñun yëpp at the end of the day we are Gambians. Man sumay Olof la suma papa bu ndaw Joola la sumay rak my siblings are Joolas ñoom yëpp Baaji lañ sant. So man affaire tribe man xajuma si. Why I am able to speak other tribes, their languages. So, Madam Sere, the Made Wahanyom Sere, one lenne, man, I am part of United Democratic Party. And Liffy Heu, at Linga Hamantene Moy Diego Party be, Nyun Amun tribalism within us. I give them reasons and I give them examples. Linga Hamantene Yomi Jite Party be, Tenekun I party source, te Mawolden Alaji Usenusi Bopam, Tahawayam, background am. Ay doomam ay jabaram ay jarbaatam ay yooyu ma woon leen ne lii mooy réalité bi luñ la woon ak lii fi am ak lii réalité bi loolu du benn waaye nga woon leen lan mooy dëgg bi nga woon leen lan mooy réalité bi nga du gëmloo ko waaye nga nit mun na la gomloo mu gomloo la fen nit mun na ñëw wax waaye lu mu laa wax mooy fen waaye daf la ko jéem a gomloo man lu ma leen a wax mooy the reality ñu xam ne lii mooy lu xew and I'm able to share the message with the people that needed to or that need to hear the truth from us. So pa lii duñ ko mun a wax ba 2026 jot Musa mu mun a xam lii la ñoom Pa Manneh daan liggéey te lii mooy result si tey 2026.
Okay, jërëjëf si loolu Musa ñu delloo la kàddu gi.
So Pa. And again, I'm going to say this and I'm going to frame a question. Yo wax nga ngane. If Talib Ahmed Ben Suda is the UDP flag bearer by A&M Dabo, Barrow is history. What is your position on that? Is that true, or is that daydreaming, or is it false? Your langa law for ci wax bobu len, because I'm not the only one saying it. Ñu bari ñu ko doon wax. Yow lan moy sa gis-gis ci lolu?
I can mun naa ko jëlee si ay kii yu bari mun naa taw fi ma ne la is a daydreaming su ma neexee mun naa taxaw tamit ne based on ku ma ko wax Musa, you are an extreme supporter of Talib. Xaaral rek you are an extreme.
Nga génne Musa ci wax ji man xam nga lan laa bëgga bilay I want us to, because obviously
no Musa, I will deal I will deal with you as Musa. At the same time talk to people that are listening to this program. No, Hararek, I will deal with you as Musa. Because you dealt with United Democratic Party. You dealt with Alaji Ousainou Darboe. You dealt with Pa Manneh indirectly as Musa. And I will give you that. No, let's just be factual here.
No, I bring them personal.
This is not personal, Musa. This is not personal.
Pa Manneh. Like Moine.
Wow.
There are a lot of people that are watching. Some are UDP supporters, some are not UDP supporters. And I always want you to talk to them. My question is, yow ci sa boppa yaa ko regurgitate ne.
Yes.
If man wax na fi ne to Talib nekk a candidate endorsed by A&M Darboe, is game over. Manela, do you believe that or not?
I do not believe that, Musa.
Okay,
tell me why. I wrote this morning, the hard time creates strong men. This morning. Strong men create easy time. An easy time creates weak men. The same weak men will create hard time. Do you want me to elaborate on that? Ma wax la step by step. Gis nga Musa, I want you to follow your hands and listen to me very attentively.
Of course.
Gis nga Talib Ben Suda is a person. Bum judo. Dafa fekk ñu liggéeyal ko. Ñu liggéeyal ko. Mu xamee liggéey bi nga xamante ne moom la ay waajuram liggéeyal. Mu ñëw fekk everything, not only silver but on a golden plate. Lu mu bëggoon loolu lan daa lekka, nu mu ko buggee la, naka la ko buggee, ban waxtu la ko buggee, naka lan koo lekkee, su ko lekka cafka bu si nekk sax daf ko decidal boppa te dañ ko providal. The same Talib Ben Suda mu dugga si politics. Bu mu dugg si politics mu tombe United Democratic Party. Mu ñëw mu am si cër ñu jox ko si makama. Mu am si kóolute tamit. Kóolute boobu mu am makama boobu ñu jox ko moom mu liggéeyal ko United Democratic Party because he was not known anywhere. Waaye gis nga loolu mu am yaayam liggéey bu mu liggéeyoon loolu la ko United Democratic Party fay in 2017. or 2018 ñu def ko mayor or ñu def ko candidate may man bul ma dog Musa bul ma dog no bul ma dog rek Musa bul ma dog because you don't have to don't interrupt me Musa allow me to speak you don't have to interrupt me allow me to finish allow me I am not going
I'm gonna allow you to speak but listen be next a Facebook platform that you can ramble on whatever direction. We are going to ask you questions.
I'm answering your questions.
No, but Damanela.
I am answering your questions.
You're not answering.
I am answering your questions. Allow me to elaborate. And then you will listen. You will understand at the end of the day. Fuma dane rek dinga understand lan la buga wax.
Go ahead.
Gemini samu kendu ko do te hamo lu mo wolis. May ma rek ma ñew.
Do wolis a good nak.
Waaw, may ma rek ma ñew. Gis nga bu Talib ñewé UDP to make it a long story short. Mu fa fekk Musa Jammeh dafa liggéeyal parti bi 22 years mu fekk ba Mustafa Touré mu liggéeyal parti bi 22 years moom mu ut candidature ñoo mu ut ko ñu jël liggéey ñooñu jox ko Talib Suda because based on liggéey bi nga xamante ne moom la yaayam liggéey gis nga fu ma tàmbalee hard times create strong men mooy ñoom Musa Jammeh but that the same hard time mooy create easy time boobu moo nekk foofu for Talib Suda he came everything was given to him on a golden plate but you know what happened Talib loolu la jël def ko an opportunity ne duma fi déglu kenn dama fekk liggéey bi nga xamante ne liggéey nañ ko for 30 years I will make sure ma destroy everything duma déglu Alhaji Ousainou I will stand suma mbaga ak mbaga Alhaji Ousainou it's either me or nobody else. Do you see how easy times num they create people yu nga xamantene they are not strong. Talib dafa fekk lepp on a golden plate mu jël mu misuse ko instead of mu empower Alhaji Ousainou mu def ko president mu ne léegi instead of Alhaji Ousainou nekk president tey man maa nekk president mu jël ay mbagam ay tankam ay botam ay noppam mu use influence and wealth against them ñu jam fa Alhaji Ousainou mu yóbbule. You know how now Talib is creating that hard time for the Gambians. Léegi fekkee ne yow Musa Talib dafa desoon United Democratic Party gis nga lu ñoo jooy nii lu ñoo yuuxu nii lu ñoo nekk di wax dañ indi lii nangam te kenn du xalaati mbiri coalition because power yi Alhaji Talib Suda dafa nekk under Alhaji Ousainou Ibrahima Diba dafa nekk Karafa Sonko nekk fa keneen nekk fa duñ fa nekk du struggle.
Okay.
But people like you Musa you install that into Talib ne gomlo ko ne yow yaay the savior of the Gambia. Alhaji Ousainou munta nekk president yow yaa mun a nekk president you can replace Adama no nañ waxante dëgg moom dëgg rek la
said dëgg la but I just want us to answer the question because you never answer the question man li ma la laaj ak yow li nga ma wax dafa ute yow la nga ma wax rek xam nga ñu ñëw ooyee ci olof danka fanaanal you wanted to say this you say it all the time and I get it like Talib how he gets into
no dankuma la fanaanal to be honest with you dankuma la fanaanal Musa
man li ma la laaj bombala
okay
you've never addressed the issue xam nga mun ngaa nekk UDP and still believe ne there are a lot of people within the UDP ñu gëm this position. And
do not say there are a lot of people. Do not say no. I will. No. I will object, and I will always object that. No. That statement of yours, Lord Dumakonangu. So there are a lot of people. Lord Dumakonangu.
No, Pa. Why don't you allow Komu make question, and then when you're answering it, you can come and rebut whatever he has to say.
Okay, I got it.
There are a lot of people. Honest to God. They were even questioning, why would we invite you? Manalen is because not only he's a citizen, he has an opinion and he has to be, everyone, at least they need to hear from him. This platform is independent. Man momu mako, yo momu loko. While let's also work within the contours of this platform because a lot of people We've been here for almost over 10 years. So ñun demuñ fenn. Understand nga? Man dama la laaj question and I want you to answer the question. So fekkee ne ci ñaay bi, I have to bring you back and say, answer my question. Now, why there are UDP people that believe ne with Talib as flag bearer, it's game over for Adama. Kemo Bojang believe that. Ibrahim Adiba believe that. These people, they've been with UDP for a long time, not just cosmetically. These people were UDP in and out because I've been in the business for a long time. Yaya Menteng believe that. Tombong Sedi believe that. A whole lot of people that left the UDP, they believe that. Some are even saying there are people that stayed, they believe that. Why Kolere, Molen Fatek. What do you say to the people that believe ne Talib at the helm with the support of A&M Dabo? Because that is critical. Without A&M Dabo, Talib's winning, it's going to be very challenging. With him, it's a smooth sail. How do you explain Nyonyu? Not what Musa Jeng thinks, because I'm a hater, but these people, they're not. They left. Why?
Li nga Musa yow léegi su fekkee ne danka fanal la fa nekk man dama foog ne yow mi yama I wouldn't call it danka fanal waaye dama kii rek teg waaye dama no nañ ko bàyyi noonu waaye lu ma la wax mooy Musa gis nga even man I know so much of this issue ne mun naa la waatal su suma bakkan laa la wax
what
no dama la bëgg a wax ne dama si xam dara even if Mr. Dabo has to go to that extent ne daf doon support Talib and Suda in 2026 gis nga man toog naa Mr. Dabo toog
man laajuma la loolu de
loolu nga ma wax
ma ne
gis nga li nga ma laaj loolu laa la tontu
people that left
dama la mun a wax directly ne dama la indil ay firnde wala ma la wax ne gëmuma ko man gëmuma ne Talib dafa remove Adama with easy right even with the help of Alhaji Ousainou gëmuma loolu man gëmuma loolu
la tanga foog ne ñoom
xamala la gom su fekkee ne United Democratic Party daf ko support and Alhaji Ousainou ma la ko soose and Alhaji Ousainou Dabo do United Democratic Party. He is the party leader. He has a say in the party. We also do. If UDP got the support of Talib, he is going to remove Adama very easily.
But repeat what you said.
Su fekkee ne Talib United Democratic Party moo ko njëmba.
Wow.
The far remove Adama on a silver plate. Fat.
But that's what we are saying.
No, but you said if Alhaji Ousainou did, you mix these things. Alhaji Ousainou mun na support Talib men Suda, man duma ko support. Te dama convince suma gaay buñ ko support. Gis nga ñi ànd ak Talib ñu gom ne mun na indi Adama si lu yomba ñu des United Democratic Party te gom ne believe uñ Talib ben Suda ñoo gën a bari ñu ànd ak moom. You are counting how many people have left UDP to go with Talib because they believe ne Talib dafa remove Adama very easily. Léegi ñu des si gannaaw da nga mën a compter. You have a lot of people ñoo am ne ñoo amee the saying of United Democratic Party. ñi nga xam ne gis nga majority of these people da nga leen a gis ñooñu dañoo wax seen tour because Alhaji Ousainou moo tax. waaye ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñooy garab yi ñooy banqaas United Democratic Party ñooñu waxu ñooñu dégguloo leen te duñ musa toppa Talib Bensouda. These people that you are talking about dañ ma tane si parti. These people they are only following what suit them. Bul ma wax loolu ma war ta wax. Like you said, this is not my platform. waaye lu war a am mooy Musa bul jéem a gumloo Gambien si li nga xamante ne yow loolu nga gom te bul jàpp ne man dama fi ñëw danka fanaanal pour wax ak yow déedéet mbir mi du foofu de dama la comme yow li nga bëgg a jubante Gambien si man lu ma gom loolu laa jubante yow tam dama laa wax ne Musa li nga gom ak li Gambien si gom du beena. I think I also have the right. Absolutely. I'm not judging you and I'm not disrespecting you te dankuma la fanaanal itam waaye Musa li nga wax ne loolu la nit yi nobe wala buggee Talib in politics it is not to that level. Man Gambia laa dëkka fu ma dem si politics Talib demu fa fu ma duga gis nga Talib du su joxut ay gaayam yi xaalis pour ñu demal ko kenn du dem man damaa jëlee suma pocket dugal suma moto dem fu ma ne loolu xool boobu amal naa ko United Democratic Party amal naa ko Alaaji Hussein te dinaa ko defal te defal ko president. So this is not about Musa and Pa Manneh. This is about people that are listening to us. Te ñu war a xam dëgg. So I have nothing against it. Sumalawahe, you are my political opponent. I was just pulling your leg, Musa. You must understand that.
Of course.
Well, but Japanese damala danka fanana.
Man li mala def like that any person that comes on this platform. Ñi setan su fekkee ne seen diggante Yàlla la ñoo wax. Mala def. Everybody.
No, xamal ni suma problème mooy coach bu fi nekk rek am na loo xam ne su ma bëggee def foofu su ma xoolee coach rek ma ne xaaral ma toog.
Yow wax nga
ma bàyyi noonu.
Wax nga man loolu sax. Ci biti man coach laa dee rus. So, Pat Samba, go ahead.
No, now man, I'm going to bring you back to the bigger issues. We've listening to President Adama Barrow. Every opportunity he goes after Mr. Dabo, ridiculing him and all that stuff. How are you guys going to effectively deal with that to where the ridicules will not be like I said earlier, Bangla been a question about how the NPP were very effective in tagging you guys. There was a tag that they had on you guys, this tribal thing, black, and all that stuff. But the ridiculing of Mr. Dabo, danga gis fum nekk ni ki Adama Barrow ñëw na ne seen parti bi, let's say Mr. Dabo, ku ko jox mu lead mu ngi wax nit ñi 5 years, waaye dina fa toog bañ ko weeri. And how do you guys intend to counter that? Because I know the next thing that will come would be ndax am na kàttan because of his age. Is that something that you guys are already being on the offensive, the co-address with the electorate, or are you just going to continue to be reactive to what Barrow does or says?
Anyways, gis nga Coach Linga wax noonu, I think it is not mbir mi si NPP la doore. UDP luñ ko ooyee noonu. Liñ ko categorize dafa nekkoon balaa NPP sax di juddu. Balaa ñoo xalaat ne Adama Barrow dina musa nekk president. These have been bala Jammeh di wàcc as president. ñu ne United Democratic Party soose la ba pare seen nit yi ñu gis leen dendee saaga nit yi ñoom they are violent. mu doon loo xamante ne dafa stain in UDP dañ ko paint to a point ne pour nga jël kerosene sax nga fompa sa boppa dafa metti because the level of stain dal loo xamante ne loolu la ñu def. Waaye bu Adama Barrow understandé loolu ñi nga xamante ne ñoom la doon liggéeyal waaye ay collaborer bu ñëwee ñu mel ni ñoom diw ak diw ñu gom ko ne lii danga ko war a emphasize pour nga mun ko put in the minds of the Gambians ne United Democratic Party soose la suñu wiinee dañoo génnee fii keneen koo xamante beneen xeet boo xamante ne du soose dañ leen a bundu xatal si biir réew mi ñu jël ko dugal ko si gémmiñu ñoo xamante ne they were very close to UDP's leadership ñu génnee fa dem si Adama ñu wax yu mel noonu 2021 mu create a lot of tensions ñu bari gomoon ko tamit na to be honest with you mu trigger a lot of attention in the political atmosphere. Why we are working on that. You want Gambians see this is not the reality. And then thank God that a majority of Gambians are seeing that now. Ne tribalism bunyo wanono. NPP they have exposed themselves. Ñom ñoy wonne they are the tribalist. Te ñom ñoo buga jël United Democratic ñu stain ko wala ñu boole ko si loo xamante ne parti bi amul si ben interest seen yoon nekku si loolu. UDP is an open institution. Every person in the Gambia, regardless of our political affiliation, of our ethnicity, of our religion, ñun yëpp ñoo yem si UDP nga doon Pol nga doon Saraxule nga doon Manjako wala loo mënta doon nga doon Socé ñun yëpp ñoo yem kaddu si biir UDP. So we are able to work with that, and then I think people are cooperating. They as we go on towards 2026, nit yi dinañ gën a understand why this is already even before Adama lii la Jammeh daan wax UDP parti tribe la parti Socé la so leen supported Socé yi ngeen a support nangam. So this thing have been here before sax man ma xam ne dinaa mun sa am benn wax ma la kaddu because man awma kaddu UDP waaye dinaa mun sa wax be ko di ma laaj wala keneen di ma laaj wala email noonu. This thing have been here. It's not in Adam Barrow's era boo xamante ne foofu la juddoo ñii dañ ko jël ñu fertilize ko ñu jël moo kii ñu dañ ko kii daal dañ ko yàq. So lu fa nekk mooy I think the United Democratic Party si boppam ñun ñi nga xamante ne nit yi dañoo déglu ñun ñoo war a jël responsibility ñu wax ak nit yi. So I think it is to that level, coach. I'm not hearing.
Sorry, they were mute on. The family will observe. Tell me whether I'm wrong. There was a time, the UDP, you guys were very, very active. I'm talking about members of your executive. They were regularly on coffee time. They were regularly on the pages of the newspapers, debunking everything that Barrow has done or challenging everything to an extent to where even Sufeke Sane, somebody goes to coffee time and says something from the government, you will see Manneh,
Lamin
Manneh or Larry Sisi, and so they were out there every time. But I have seen, maybe I'm wrong, the conspicuous absence of those people for a while now. Because I watch the political space a great deal. To where the family, the UDP messaging is now handled by the cyber warriors, and this is no mean to demean this thing, but like the rank and file members Sibopam are the ones that are now holding the fort, and mostly online Facebook, Twitter, and not Twitter, the other one, TikTok and all that. But those people are not as visible as they used to be. Is that a correct assessment? That's just my observation.
There is one thing, coach, you got to understand, Lolo. If you want to say UDP executives are not appearing like they used to in private media houses. Lolo fogna soko buge wa nga buga blame UDP that I would see it as so unfairness.
I'm not blaming UDP. I'm just talking about I have seen an absence of that. That's my observation.
Yeah, but they can only appear to the medias that basically invite them, because they are not my media. I can invite them anyhow, anywhere, and anytime that I feel like, and it in fact belongs to them. Why so buge for example, then you want them coffee time. They pita momom a radio station. They then forward then momunko. So they will only appear if they are invited. So if we are in election, we cannot say everything. But probably I might think that way, and it would not be the truth. But so it's as simple as that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brother Pa. Sumanyote Gambia, I will have to come on the other side of the border and visit with you. Nyam ataya because gisna nyung la jo ataya legi ni.
No, Pa. Why isn't he telling you Sumanyote Nala jo said the State House? You am lodged with AM down.
Good madam coach. Unfortunately, why the mood madam State House? Unfortunately. Why you can't let you put State House couldn't man?
So Pa. I'm hoping that this time around you will be able to answer my question. Most people, or call them distractors, or maybe they don't like UDP or whatever, but they're not UDP. some are independent. They believe that the problem of UDP is because of characters like you. Characters that do not represent the party in a way Bohamne, Gambians will have a buy-in. What do you say to that?
To directly answer your question, I will first consider the question as an insult, and I will first take it as it is directly an insult, because if you say characters like me, characters like let me just put it here. If you say characters like me in United Democratic Party, that prevent a lot of people from joining the party, you mean Neman, I am a barrier from a lot of people that need to join the party?
Yes.
Because of what?
No, I'm just saying they believe me.
Can more believe Lolo? Okay, you believe that, or they believe me?
Let me rephrase it. Not me, but like take me out of it.
No, but the point is, Musa, if you say they believe, anybody else can do that. Mamun have to talk. No, Mamun have to talk. Mane Musa, they said you do this.
Yes,
they said anybody else can say they said. But if you say they said,
just address the question, because I'm sure before. I'm just saying, just address the question. I don't mean it as an insult. What I'm doing is giving you an opportunity to address an issue that is out there. Look, in any party, even right here in the United States, you have the Republican Party. They have a wing of the party that is not very, should I say, Dumuna attract certain people. The Democratic Party, the same thing. All political parties, even in the Gambia, NPP. So I'm saying there are people who believe, people like Pa Manneh, and their style of politics, and their politics is a barrier for the United Democratic Party to be a bigger tent. Answer the question, my friend.
Musa, that wasn't a question. That was an accusation. That was an accusation. You accused me that people believe, I am part of people. I am part of faces. That prevent people from joining the United Democratic Party.
Yeah,
in fact, let's assume you're longer go. Okay, let's assume longer go. Okay, let's assume longer lagay diwa. Okay, I still. Okay, let's assume longer lagay diwa, right?
That's it.
Okay, why man you board be? Gis nga Musa, when you spoke to me outside politics, you know from your akulai tal that this person I am engaging with, this person I've spoke with, the first time, you know, Neman, I am a real gentleman. You do.
You are decent. You are decent.
I do what politics requires. If politics said I have to defend Alaji Hussein, I have to defend the interests of the Gambian people, the United Democratic Party. I do it at all cost. I put my interests aside, and I will stand beside the Gambians and fight for their interest. Lolu, to define Pa Manneh, you have in politics, you have different characters. People that will come with real intentions and people that will be playing around the bushes, trying to deny the truth from the masses, trying to create a ladder that they can climb on the shoulders of the people that are electorates. I do not want Gambians to be used as ladder for others to benefit from their sweat. You need to understand this, Musa. Manduma bay ken bendomi Adam, mujel Gambian, so to the youths. New deflen I slave, a modern slavery in politics. You I use putting your saying ajo mumona faju, Lord Dumako. go over your questions and come back. But I will tell you this, Musa. I will tell you this, Musa. You are talking to a very kind person here. Gambians si from now understanding lolu. Man gis nga man Musa suma la buge wax dega. Pina Alhaji Ousainou can attest to this. I will look you into your eyes.
And say,
Man duma hold ben up kode. Dama la look into your eyes ma wala dega.
Man gom na lolu.
Because lolu mo xaj suma digante ak yow.
I believe
That would not make me an angry person. Wala someone ko xamanteni dafa metti ay mbir. Gis nga ma Musa lu nit yi di gom ne man dama len de saga wala dama len de wax lo xamanteni ñom buguñ ko. Man non la de getee to the worst from my messenger tay so fa demé amna ñu ma saga ndey. I've never responded to them because dama xamne man ma nek in public domain. Man ma buga jub. Man ma buga jubante. Nit na bo bëggee nit yi jub ñu nekk ci yoon, there will be people that will be confrontational to you. Even in your comment section right now, there are people that are insulting me. Te xamuñ ma ci ndey, te xamuñ ma ci baay. But it is accepted.
Of course.
Waaye bo Musa léegi loolu su fekkee ne ñoom dañ ma saaga lan moo tax ñoom gëmuñ ne man war naa mën a criticize keneen. Xam nga ñoom dañ ma saaga directly. Why man you ma waxal ñooñu man saaguma ne dama leen a criticize. You need to distinguish this. Kuy criticize this ak kuy saaga nit man saaguma kenn dama criticize irregardless. Gis nga lu ma wax Talib su ko Yankuba Dabo defee loolu laa ko wax Yankuba. Even though man moom ñoo bokk parti. Li ma wax Talib Rohey Malick Lowe ma tuddee ko suma doom suma boppa dama de matante ak moom. So ko on léegi mo wala this is the type of person Pa Manneh is. So foog nit yi d'accord loolu man ñëw ma pour saaga kenn ñëw ma pour ŋaañi kenn. United Democratic Party have emphasized that and I said it openly in all the platforms that I went. Ne UDP is an open institution. Pa Manneh baayam moomu ko yaayam moomu ko bàjjenam moomu ko man ak ku jógee Basse wala ku jógee Bansang comme duma jógee Jinak ñoo ko bokka. Waaye gis nga lu ma play suma part in UDP keneen noo la war a play partam buñ gis ne Pa Manneh tey moom moo jël kaddu ñu jël dara jox ma ko fekk moomu ma ko. UDP I am part of it. It is not my belonging.
So Pa, my second question. Clearly, you support the United Democratic Party under the leadership of A&M Dabo. Mun nga ñoo walk through what is your support based on the party and also under the leadership of A&M Dabo? Can you at least walk us through that? Ne lii moo tax.
Yaa ngi doon wax nag léegi. Gis nga Musa Alhaji Ousainou soo ko xamee jaru nga koo xam, but to work towards the policies, the beliefs, the sacrifices, the consistency, the fights, United Democratic Party nga xam te loolu mooy taxawaayam ak si lum duga parti bi si boppam ak doomi parti the executives dooree ko 1996 ba 2026 today. Any genuine Gambian lalo, any genuine Gambian war na mën a gis ne tey I can give my soul to this party because lu ñu wax lu nekk UDP lu ñu wax lu nekk Gambia ak Gambian si la ñu wax parti bi ñu déyal Gambia ñu tëj leen ñu jël seeni alal ñu yaxas ñu yóbbu leen into illegal ñu yóbbu leen si kii naxal salaati ñu migrate loolu leen Gambia ñu def leen lu nekk so man su ma taxawee teg ak li nga xamante ne loolu la Alhaji Ousainou dem through on my behalf I have all the reasons ma taxaw ne tey dama ko support te dama support United Democratic Party supportuma UDP because dafa am lu ma faa jëlee dama support UDP because dama gis ne dañ taxawal Gambia dañ bugg a génne Gambia si coono bi nga xamante ne moom la Gambian si di face on daily basis Seen taxawaay as a political party bokk na every Gambian mu mun a dunda si biir Gambia comme an individual comme Musa Jeng priority bu mu am in America Pa Samba Jaw priority bu mu am in America ñu jox leen liggéey ñu jox leen ñu live in a country boo xamante ne dafa am démocratie full time démocratie waxuma la démocratie bu ñëw wax ne loolu lañ jëlee si Adama Barrow waxuma la démocratie boobu waaye démocratie nga xam ne dangaa wax doo xool gannaaw wala tey doo gis ne man faruma United Democratic Party rek Pa Manneh dina jël doole ñëw taxaw wala saaga olof yi wala nangam déedéet ñu yemal ñëpp Alaaji Ousseynou tamit bokk na ma gom ne su jëlee réew mi doo fi xamee olof doo fi xamee joola doo fi xamee saraxule doo fi xamee manjaako doo fi xamee soose li ngay xam mooy kii Gambian la because moom loolu la xam loolu lam jiite tamit loolu mooy famille am Alaaji Ousseynou dafa gom ne Gambia bii dama ko war a jiite te su ma ko jiite yi tamit jiituma soose yi wala jiito saraxule yi dama jiit Gambians as Gambians mu te Musa dama bëgg a Gambien yëpp ñu understand gis nga paa bi luñ ko xoolee
fiñ ko dëkkalee
fu ñu ko dëkkale lan luy réalité bi si moom
lim doon
comme xaaj ak seen gis nga paa bi moo ene every Gambia lu raw lu mu ene boppa loolu mooy conclusion si mbir mi kii moo ene every Gambia lu raw lu mu ene boppa gis nga tey man su ma demoon si paa bi tey ma toog ak moom am na wax yoo xam ne su ma ko buggee wax Talib Suda in as close as we are minute boobu dañ ko xuloo because moom amul political opponent moom respect la am in regardless te yemul si Talib de dafa dem ba si président ñun dañ dee dégg every day Adama Barrow daf day génna saaga Alaaji Ousseynou laaja ñu ko jege nga dem foofu nga ne dangaa wax de Adama Barrow naka sudul noonu hey dangaa enu sa loxo yi nga génna foofu kooku mooy Ousseynou Dabo te loolu mooy United Democratic Party respect lañ xam bennoo lañ xam dañ xam ne ñun ay Gambian lañ gis nga Musa Jeng tey ak lu munta mel yow soo ñëwoon tey damaa ñëw support United Democratic Party dangaa foog ne yow ak Pa Manneh musu leen xàccoo wax dangaa foog ne man ak keneen Fodé Jawla for example musu leen xàccoo wax dañ laa jël teetee la teg la si kaw
gëm naa loolu sax
waa léegi lan Gambien yëpp dañu war a xam ne United Democratic Party suñ fu taxawee dañoo liggéeyal Gambia te dañ ñëw pour liggéeyal Gambia te dañ bugg a génnee Gambia si coono bi nga xamante ne moom la Gambian si di face.
So Pa, in answering my question, for the first time you answered my question. And also, I agree entirely to what you said about the A&M Dabo. Pap Samba.
Ko dafa mel ni waa ji ba léegi suma opposition la.
No.
For the first time, I agree. I answered to him. Li ma dee laaj.
Xam nga
lu ma la dee tonte loolu nga non lu ma la dee tonte doo dee buggee noonu.
Non laaj naa la question yu bari. Bii li ma la laaj moom nga answer. Ba pare ma ne la what you said about the man and the party because man gënuloo maa xam UDP gënuloo maa xam A&M Dabo moo tax ma ne la I agree entirely to what you say. People can believe me all they want or don't. I know what I know. Pap Samba.
Yes. Pa. Question Morano Mujie laaj dafa mel ni Musa Jeng Tibara. Why I'm still going to ask. There are people who are on the fence. They are maybe Talib supporters, maybe they are Doi supporters, maybe they are ESA false supporters and all these people. Let's say we do not have a coalition and it's going to be mano or mano. You need every vote. You, Pa Manneh, have to make the closing argument to those voters to tell them specifically why voting for Abubakar Ousseynou Dabo, Ousseynou Numbukonda Dabo, is the best choice that Gambians would make. to move the country forward? What would that message be like?
I will first of all say, in 2026 elections, a majority of us have already aligned with a particular political party. We already have our supporters. But it is more about the Gambia and the future of Gambians than a particular political party. Man luma wa Gambians yi moy ñu faté lépp loo xamantene suñ difference la. You put everything aside. ñu gom ne ñu ñooy Gambian yi te bépp métit bu ñuy dal dalul Adama Barrow ñun la moo dal. Kon this is not about Alaji Ousainou. It is not about Issa Fall. It is not about Talib. It is about the Gambia. Te man dama gom ne pour Gambia génn si lii Gambian si ñoo mun a teg seen loxo wala seen doole wala seen xalaat wala seeni pexe pour ñu génne ñu si lii nga xamante ne moom la ñoo fees. Kon ma gom ne Gambian si buñ booloo nekk benn mun nañ génne Adama Barrow si lu mu gën a yombee. waaye man suma taxawee ne Alaaji Ousainou kese laa gis Musa Jeng ne Talib la gis Pa Manneh Suwaybu la gis ana kan mooy gis Gambia si ñun ñi di wax ana njëriñu Gambia si lii bi fekkee ne dañu war a prioritize the interest of political parties ana Gambia. While at the same time ku nekk si ñun mun na toog xalaat this is left to us ne Talib mun na fi nekk tey waaye ëllëg du fi nekk ndax doomi Adama la. Alaaji Ousainou the same thing, Issa Fall the same thing, Suwaybu the same thing. Why Gambia always remains. Te bu yaaxoo Gambian si la yaaxul su defaroo itamit Gambian si la defaru. Then at the end of the day nga gis ne it is always under the responsibility of Gambians, the genuine ones, pour ñu génnee lii nga xamante ne moom la Gambian si di feste. In as much tamit ñu buga coach pour Adama Barrow jógee ko fii buñ fàtte ne lu yëngu lu ne lu ko yëngal moo ko ëpp doole. In as much no defal nankare Musa ñu ngi gis a lot of political parties in the Gambia ñu ngi call for a coalition ñun yëpp loolu lañ buga pour coalition am. Isa bu mu gis ne man I am leading a political party with for example 1,000 people 2,000 people. Talib ñëw démba with 3,000 to 5,000 people maximum. Nga fekk a political party with 250,000 to 300,000 supporters. Nga ne danga bugga ñu bàyyi seen leadership te ko si gannaaw ñu ne léegi dañoo ñëw taana ñoon seen sacrifices for over 30 years ñu jël ko loolu sandi ko si mbalit bi seen nit yi nga ne dañ dee pour parti boobu seen nit yi nga ne dañ leen tëj pour parti boobu nga ne loolu ñu jël ko teg ko fale ñu jël yow sa interest. It is more about now the interests of individuals that we refer to as political party leaders. Hey, lu fi am be am mooy te muy dëgg tamit mooy nañ bàyyi parti leaders yi ñoom tamit nañ bàyyi na am lu ñu bàyyi pour ñun nga xamante ne ñu ñooy sandi karta ñu mun see am interest. waaye Issa su buggee taxaw ne man kese Talib bugga taxaw ne man kese Ismaila taxaw ne man kese Ousainou taxaw ne man kese ana interest yi Pa Manneh ak coach Pa Samba ak Musa Jeng si mbir mi ana dat mbaa jom follow si fale sa CRR man suma maam bu nekk kii North Bank te mu nekk Jina Kajata te ñoom yéen seen decisions ñooñ dañ ci war a am interest nañ bàyyi loolu xel young political party leaders man tey su ma leen naa ñaan dama leen naa wax ne nañ dem ñu make a coalition ñu rely on at the back of Alhaji Ousainou ñu make a change moom moo promise ne only one time la moo def 2031 ngeen dem jëmba ku nekk ku óolu boppam nga ñëw sampa sa ndende isn't that possible ñu génnee Adama ñu ne xam nañ ne Alhaji Ousainou lu mu ñu wax lu ne lu mu promise Gambia si daf ko fulfill that is quite obvious it is undeniable Musa ñun lan moo tere Gambien si gis ne kii kilifa la yoon du musa bàyyi ndox du musa bàyyi yoonam Alhaji Ousainou bu mu fi taxawee ba léegi for over 30 years musoo tra wax nit génn ne kii nangam parce que lu ñu waxoon barki démba barkaati démba di same thing rapport repeat tey te suba tamit loolu la ñu wax then it is important ñu xam ne young politicians yi ñu teg seen loxo si gannaaw Alhaji Ousainou ñu génnee Adama loolu mooy interest tey te Alhaji Ousainou mën na yóbbu réew mi ñun man lu ma ko xamee noonu la ko leaders of the other political parties yi noonu lañ ko xamee léegi lan moo tax mënu ñëw ne xaala ñu join na Democratic Party te ñu ñoo jël exemple si Sénégal Sonko bu mu taxawee ñu gis ne he is the biggest and the most potential political mu génne Macky Sall wala ñu taxaw against Amadou Ba lan lañ def all other political parties dañ ñëw join ko loolu moo create coalition ñooñu seen coalition tooguñ de ñu dem create ko wala ñuy oote ay ndaje yu dul jeex déedéet political parties ñooy jékki-jékki ñëw ne dama support Ousmane Sonko noonu lañ def ba am coalition lan moo tere these people ñu do that gis nga du mbir mi lu mu neex ñu bañ a xool suñu interest as individuals gis nga ñu seetaan nii ñu nekk si biir réew mi outside the country ñoom tamit noonu lañ amee si decisions that we are going to make or we do make.
Rek ask a follow-up question. yaa ngi use Ousmane Sonko. Why people can argue, well, Ousmane Sonko was not the leading opposition in the country. When he ran, what was their percentage? I think they finished 19 poorly. So people did not rally behind him because he had the biggest opposition party. He was, of course, the loudest and the most visible. So maybe we can argue by that analogy, then it doesn't necessarily have to be UDP. It can be somebody else. Kohamne is loud. Will that be a fair question to ask or statement to make?
No, I don't think so. Because the biggest political party is based on the support base of that political party. The United Democratic Party is not the biggest political party in the Gambia. You are not fair. Like in Senegal. Likewise in Senegal. Ousmane Sonko he's not the biggest political party. PASTEF is not the biggest political party in Senegal.
Not now. I'm talking about prior to the presidential elections that they had, because there
exactly.
There was no electoral yardstick that could have been used. UDP, when you talk now, they will tell you at least we have this much percentage versus everybody else. But there was no electoral yardstick that one could have relied on based on the statistics, electoral statistics. Ki lila amon or lola amon. That's what I'm saying.
No, this not there are time can decide on issues based on nakalam hewe. Like so after elections, Macky Sall second term elections, because Macky Sall came first, it is a sec, which a lot of Senegalese argue that it was completely impossible. But we I don't basically want to talk about Senegal election because I don't participate. Why hamna si dara? Don't tell us duma si bugawa. Why so hole nakala deme? You always see ne Pastef it was the second biggest after that election, and then basically Ngajisne is the biggest political party. Balanyo dem sen election bu ki win. So lolu mo get a lot of attentions be yenen parties yi ñew join. It was not a coalition bo ane dañ dem talk ñu oté ndaje ñi ñew ñaan drinks yi ñuy ñaanante diw mo wara lead wala diw mo wala lead lolu amu fa. They went into campaign ñu gis ne li mënuta neka without we supporting we supporting ki nakatati Ousmane Sonko. It happened magically. Even PDS bu ñu waxoon ne fii nii du mënuta neka. So ñooñu dañ génna ki Ablaye Wade ak doomam bi Karim Wade ñu génna ñu joxe son support. I know a lot of people ñoo xamante ne ñoon they are leaders in PDS. I know a lot of people liggéey naa ñoom ñoo na ay député lañ ñoo xamante ne ay kilifa yi parti la kii nakata Lamin Thior from John War liggéey naa ñoom liggéey naa moom liggéey naa kii Famara Senghor.
Yep.
He is now representing PDS in Fatick. So duma dee bugg a wax si loolu waaye xam naa si dara mbir mi lu fa munta nekk mooy man dama gis ne Gambia fu mu nekk nii ñu war a joxe seen doole pour ñu génnee Adama ñoom ñooy put Gambians into struggle. Xam nga ñoom ñooy ñaan ñoom ñooy other party political party leaders. Gis nga dégg rek la moo mun a nekk nañ wàññi seen egos ñu toppa loo xamante ne loolu mooy dégg nañ du dama support Alhaji Ousainou su ma gisoon ne Ousainou Darboe toppa keneen billahi Musa ma wax la lii su ma gisoon ne Ousainou Darboe toppa Talib tey loolu moo tax Adama jógee ko foofu loolu laay def dama wax Ousainou hey dama nga toppa Talib.
No.
Wallahi ay Musa moo tax man la yow xamuloo ma.
Xam naa la.
No, I will just say the truth, even if you have to slaughter me.
You said here, if UDP supports Talib Ahmed Ben Suda.
Kon yow déguloo ma de mane suma gisoon
doo ko gis.
Come on, Musa. No, but I'm telling you, man suma argument dama ko take with facts. Dama suma gisoon ne Alhaji Ousainou toppa Talib loolu moo ñu génne si lii. Dama wax Alhaji Ousainou hey dama nga toppa Talib pour ñu mun a génne si lii.
So why gisuloo loolu?
Gisuma loolu.
What do you say?
But that is not the reality.
No, xam nga yow as an opinion nga ne gisuloo ne Alhaji Ousainou backing any other candidate dina fa génne Barrow, right? Forget about Talib. Any other candidate du fa génne Barrow. Yes, no? Because you have to answer.
Okay, let me reframe this. When you said Alhaji Ousainou, you were talking to as Ousainou as an individual. Mante Sumane, no, Mante Sumane Alhaji Ousainou. I'm referring Alhaji Ousainou as United Democratic Party. Let's put it this way.
About A&M Darboe is because of his standing in the party, his standing in the country, the person who he is. There is no other politician that authoritatively, the kind of political capital he has, no one else has that. I'm telling you. Why? Because I know.
Yeah.
So when I say A&M Darboe, I'm talking about the UDP. Yo Jema make a distinction. Why man deuma fofu? But anyway, I'm not going to, maybe you should ask me questions. Now, platform in New
No, man, I am not here to ask you questions.
So when I go on past
No,
Facebook,
I'm not here to ask you questions.
No, I'm talking about some people are commenting. When he invites me to his Facebook, I will go to the Lion's Den and then I will answer his questions.
Yeah.
Right. Let me say this. You kept saying, and this will be my last question, and Pasamba would ask, then we gotta go. Definitely. And it was a hell of a conversation, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And just like I anticipated it was gonna go. That's exactly how it's going. Nila ko gise won Nila ame.
No, Musa. No, Musa. I would just take the opportunity. I know there are a few stuff that you want to ask me because I've had No, so we can go fatale. Dama la ko fatale. This is not a question. I'm just trying to remind you. Yeah, I did interview being at Suma Bena in 2016. You mentioned
You've been following us since 2016.
no, not it's the last program. Or I think week before last week. Why is more while on in before 2016?
Wow.
Why then go Lubari? Bena why we hear Nitemudeka Angate.
Oh, Yunus.
I don't know what wrong.
Yunus.
Bulen togo nalen jubele.
No, they don't go like no. Damako Tony. Man, I'm a mistake. The political reform you pull some pull like why not? Then go keep. No, the point is, Musa, there is one thing I heard you say. Tema argue, not argument, but I also put on my opinion on it, straightforward, regarding sen rally the act. Rally begin the buffer zone, anyways.
Rally bila title.
No mantituma.
But anyway, let me ask this question.
Okay, I would put on this. Pour magena elaborate on lol like pour malera like guys a guy.
Use that to maybe and then maybe talk about what you think we said that you disagree with. You've said here, a lot of people do say that genuine Gambians. If you're a genuine Gambian, you will support A&M Dabo's candidacy. If you are a genuine Gambian, you will support the UDP party. If you are a genuine Gambian, you will support a coalition where A&M Dabo and UDP will lead it. What does a genuine Gambian, what does it mean?
When I define genuine in my own perspective, not genuine is my political language. Okay, Munawan is my political language, okay? Tay, ñi nga xamantene gom nañ ci li ñu nekk. Politique that they gather different people, different interests. Ku nekk lu la indi ci politics. Pa Manneh dafa ñëw, for example, astute bu moo jëlee ci Musa. Boubacar ñëw ut tur bu ko gaay di oye ñëpp xamee ko ci tur boobule. Diw ñëw pour mu ut place. Keneen ñëw pour wétali ko politique. Loolu yëpp daf day xaj in the political field. Waaye nag am na ñoo xam ne dañ koy ñëw jëlee ko fu mu newut. Mana diwa far diw ci lii la nekka fii la jógee ko kon loolu moo tax may farle ak moom. Man dama wax si ñi nga xamante ne dañ ñëw bañ a xool ci loolu yëpp ñu xool loo xamante ne loolu mooy interest ñoom seen réew. Parce que mbir boo ko xoolee surtout politics lu ñoo xiiroo ka ngaayo yee fu mu mujjee buñ ko tegee si yoon moo war a nekk intérêt si réew mi. Suñu fal nit dañ ko war a fal based on xam-xamam ak mbugelam towards réewam. Ñaar yii benn su si manqué rek at the end of the day dafa affect réew moomu le. Léegi su ma nee genuine Gambians dama la bëgg a wax Musa ñi nga xamante ne dañ am gom-gom ne lii ma xeex nii pour suma réew la foofu lay wax ñi ma xeex ni pour suma réew la du Alaaji Ousseynou mun naa yu foo tour Alaaji Ousseynou waaye ma gom ne lii ma wax ni Alaaji Ousseynou is the most potential person ma gom ne su ma àndeek moom man xeexaluma Alaaji Ousseynou dama gom ne man ak moom ñoo bokk a xeex bi
let me harama add can anyone be a genuine Gambian even though he doesn't support A&M Dabo or the UDP? Can you still be a genuine Gambian not supporting the UDP or A&M Dabo?
It can be. This is my potential. No, in every language, they mean bena word. Mun na ko use anywhere. So we can do fa suitable sa.
Mota ma buga ñu leral.
Yeah, mun na ko use te do fa suitable. I agree with that. But gis nga Musa at the end of the day buñ xolé mbir mi be xol ko.
Be xol ko waaw.
Ah? Gis nga ku nekk soo buggee réew. Da nga xol lu gëna nekk interest réew mom. Ak nu mu gën a yombee pour réew moomu moo am intérêt am nga defee ko noonu.
gëm naa loolu.
te gis nga Musa fu ñu toll nii. lu dul benno. Gambia mënul am boppam. ma wala loolu nga dégg ko. ñun yëpp dañoo addina de ñun yëpp dañoo struggle. you see people have created all this tension this political atmosphere boo xamante ne ñu ngi siy dugg nii yëpp. ay few individuals ñoo ko create. And everybody is undergoing that struggle. You are seeing UMC is undergoing the struggle of registration. ñun ñoo jéem a nax ñun ñi nga xam ne ñu jéem a nax bëggu ñu wax gaay ne dañ leen a ànd. waaye ñoom in deep in them xam nañ ne fu mu nekk nii they are all going on the struggle déggoo Ibrahima Diba mu ngi wax ne xam nga solo ñu nangutos kii nakal xam nga Ibrahima mbiram sax tey bu ma ko wax parce que mu ngi am dëj te ñu ñoo bokk a dëj boobule papa mu ngi wàññeeku papa Ibrahima suma papa la it's not Ibrahima is duma ko ooyee ennemi ñemewuma loolu parce que xam nga lan la yesterday he was a very respectful person to me
but today he's not.
We have difference in politically.
Why you still respect him?
I do respect him.
Okay.
But that will not deny me from telling him the truth. Ham nga respect nit ak nga wax ko dega lolu utewuñ sa.
That's your truth. Ham nga.
That is my. Why are you? That truth is truth. I have no.
No. Pa Manneh's truth is not necessarily a universal truth. Let's get
okay. Okay, you can take it away. Why the point is, no matter what.
Yeah, Manela, I'm telling you the truth. But anyway, my final question, and then Pa Samba would ask, and then definitely.
I have asked my final. You're the one going on.
Okay, so this is the final, and then you can give us your closing. Pa Manneh. There are people. I don't know you like that.
Yeah, when he says there, people be ready. Well, go ahead.
There are people. You said, all we do is let's all rally behind UDP and A&M Dabo, and victory is guaranteed. What do you say to people who believe even a coalition under the A&M Dabo's leadership is bound to be defeated? What do you say to them?
That is completely impossible.
Okay.
It is completely impossible. Musa mangla wax ni only an hour ago mangla wax ni Ousainou Darboe su taxawale boppam without coalition dafa win Adama. Léegi lan moo war a mun a tax ma gom ne bu fa Musa bokkee Issa Faal bokka si du gën a yomba. Man lu gën a yombal mbir mi lay wor. Waxuma ne ñoon su ñëw du mun a nekk. I do not believe that. Why dama wóor lu ko gën a yombal. Because dama gom ne ñun yëpp suñ toogee under one umbrella dafa gën a yomba si ñun. Not to the United Democratic Party but to the Gambian people.
So let me put a flip on it.
Yes.
Everybody backs Talib Ahmed Ben Suda. Lolu du gën a yomba. Would you consider that ne dina gën a yombal mbir bi?
Talib is not considered yet.
No, Lulu.
Did it? No, Musa. Hamba did it. Gis nga géej balan ko jala da nga am gaal. No, géej moom balan ko jala amal gaal.
Haral, he's a potential aspirant. So my question is this.
Yes.
For worth. Just be like, Buragal, answer question me.
Answer na question.
Yo nurulo mo kuy ragal. Mane.
Yalla hamna ni ragaluma.
If everybody supports Talib Ahmed Ben Suda, nah lolo dina gina tax mbir mi yomba to defeat.
Harama wala. Gis nga Musa. So Amuton platform. You wouldn't have invited me. Nobody would have listened to us.
Absolutely.
You invited me, and I'm talking here, and people are listening because you have a platform on either Facebook or YouTube. Huh? Legi bena way bu deka basse. Suma ne won kay ñu dem Facebook ñu dem waxtaan. Xamul fu ma invité.
Wow.
If Talib have no platform, no one should listen to him because amuko. He cannot be answerable to his call because amul fu mu gis nga mu ngi ci tefes bi waaye amul gaal.
Amul gaal.
Amul gaal. Léegi suñu fa duggee nu ñoo jaale. No imagine léegi ñi ne dañoo dem ñoo kii Talib amul political party. Nooy bàyyee political party nga ne dangaa dem join movement. Does that make any sense? Musa ma laaj la loolu.
I mean, it makes sense to me, but that's for another day.
No, Musa. Just let you just say it. I should be realistic because man, I'm not scared. But why? Dama halat tamin ne yo wan nga mo muna wax. Su fekkee ne Alhaji Ndabo no su fekkee ne Alhaji Ousainou dafa war a bàyyi United Democratic Party ne tey dama dem ne Talib mu lead. Bam party la moo lead.
Bro, I'm going to
no, just answer the question. Bam party la moo lead. Tey bu Talib ñëwoon tey mu ne na Alhaji Ousainou lead. Alhaji Ousainou is still going to lead the United Democratic Party. Waaye Alhaji Ousainou su bàyyee UDP ñëw ne na Talib lead. Bam party la moo lead.
The question is the question
you are making things difficult for me, Musa. This is genuine question, and I think you can easily answer this question.
But okay, let me put it this way. You want my position? There is one candidate that I believe, if that person is supported, is the surest way to defeating Barrow more than any other candidate out there. Man lola gum. Of course you disagree. Man lola gum.
No, I will not disagree with that.
This man lola gum ne.
No, no, dama egoist su fekkee ne dama disagree with yow sa gom loolu duma ko def.
So
loolu sa gom la Musa.
Man tamit ma ànd ak yow ne if everybody supports AMM Dabo, to you is the surest way to defeat Barrow. Let me add this. If every party support AMM Dabo, I think the Barrow is toast. Man la wax my personal opinion. The question that I ask you, Moine, even future comments, there are people who are saying that even if everyone supports him, what am I like the question, Bobo? But anyway, take this opportunity to have your closing statements, and it was a good one, Pa Manneh.
How many minutes have you given me? But
you came 6 o'clock. That was 2 o'clock. You got almost 2 hours. So I'm telling you, we just...
Okay, I will take... will you give me 5 minutes? Because I want to cover a little stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Close.
And you don't have to cut me anyways. Okay. Musa, I've seen a lot of people. To be honest with you, I've seen people that felt scared when Talib came out on this rally thing. Hey, Talib, I'm not in it. Let's assume ne legi sen Congress bi ngeen jëlee from the ops ngeen jëlee 100 gele for example. Are you comfortable with 100 gele? I know that is too much for you, Musa. 100 gele ngeen indee si jëlee ko basse da ngeen aga bañu 100 gele ngeen fa jëlee wala dafa tuuti. Let's just assume and nga jël sa calculator. Musa, I am Madiga wala degulo.
Bro, make your closing remarks.
No.
When Alanala, if you want... Your closing remarks.
No, them are close. Need I close it? You allow me to develop on that. Them are close, Musa. dama close. Now let's assume ne yo sa rally bi wala sa congress da nga indi 100 gele.
Wow.
Huh? Wala dafa bari ci yow ñu wañi ko. It's okay.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay, now I put this to you. I put this to you. Let's assume that they in the 100 gele.
Wow.
100 gele, 24 people la they def. So every gele 24 people la they def. Gele buneka 24 people times 100 gele mu wara neka ñaata 2,400 people. Let's assume ni nonu ngeen jël te lolu munta neka sax dama leena jox lolu. Ngeen dem kololi wala ngeen dem sancaba wala ngeen dem fu nekk ngeen yone 6 gele te man xam naa ne loolu ngeen joxe 6 fee ngeen indi loolu yépp mala woon ne yéen seen gathering boobu yépp soo ko dajale it is less than 3,000 people. So gathering bi yépp laa wax it is less than 3,000 people. And then in that gathering 40% of that gathering I minus like. One, ñi amuñ age pour sandi karta. Ñaareel bi ñi am nañ age bi sa waaye amuñ karta bi. Ñetteel bi you invited kan Jezul nga invite other artists nga open up a free show for the youths. Nga joxe free t-shirts. Free cars. Nga ne kaay la ñu dem celebrate. Nga dem take ay mbanay benaki. In this hard Gambia. Musa nga fo ne doo gis ay nit. Léegi nga bëgg a assume ne yow ñi nga gis yépp dañoo support Talib and Suda wala they are part of Unite Movement. Bàyyi leen nax seen boppa. Yéen a ngi nax seen boppa. Talib knows ne bu fekkee ne yéen seen gars yi dañ génna ne kaay leen ñu dem jaay t-shirt Unite Movement for Change. Su fekkee ne 1,000 ngeen génne doo leen fa mun a jaay 100 t-shirts. That is the open reality, Musa. Léegi man dama gis ne instead of Talib being factual to the Gambians, yéen a ngi play with the minds of the Gambian people. Te Musa loolu baaxul ci politics. Now instead of helping the Gambians to remove Adama, you people are making more difficult for Gambians to remove Adama. So this is like United has been established or have come to make things difficult for us. I think you people need to go over this. You people need to reconsider your decisions, to join Gambians, to try to remove Adama genuinely. Musa, lingen fi wale Musa the guy den la rek.
We'll definitely bring you back, Pa Manneh.
Thank you.
And we definitely appreciate you coming. And it was a hell of a conversation. And that's what Gambia is really supposed to be all about. Thank you very much, my man. We'll talk on the other side.
Thank you. Mangi get him coach Bubahaba. He's one of the people. Ñu gëna am healthily. And every time my invite ko do they hold ni halal la they hold ni, you know, he's always there. They have not so much on health tamit non la mo gëna yombe ci man. So when there was nobody, coach was there for me because say mo ko solare, you know, do they hold ne aki platform bu ndaw la amé wala nangam time bobu so waxon suñ la waxon ne pa invite al pa do nangu Musa suñ la waxon ne Musa invite al pa do nangu waaye man suma invite on ko daf dal ñew so fofu lay holé ko mala may jël that opportunity di la gërëm.
No, why you can't say na whether dina ñew or duma ñew.
No, yo li nga wara ñew. No, pa li nga wara def. You have to invite Mus ngeen am a live debate.
Mom la,
you know.
No, why you invite Loma? Nga ne duma ñew. Yow feewlo man.
No ko ni nga ko waaje suma ko invite du ñew because xam na ne dama ko takal jololi la ko takal.
All right, Pa.
Anyway, di leen gërëm di leen sant di gërëm sa audience yëpp.
Thank
You know, thank you very much.
Pa.
You know.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Up Samba. There you have it. With Pa Manneh.
Yeah. Why, Jeng, before you know, I have to congratulate Arsenal. I use Ruben Cisse is somewhere and I watch from the you know, I'm not going to use Pie again. Why to congratulate Arsenal? To tell you the truth, Musa, the lie. Again, Arsenal can win. I don't care because to me, Arsenal is not Man U's rival. You know, our rival definitely is Liverpool, and then our noisy neighbor City. Why Arsenal open Ninja Musa? Nairobi from Nekari, they've taken over Nairobi. No. I saw a video of Nairobi, Kenya.
Yes.
It doesn't even make sense. The whole damn city is full of these Arsenal people and say red jerseys and all over. But you know what? They've waited for 22 years. So you gotta give it to them. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Loom Akfala. I know I'll not hear the end of this win. Why, you know what?
I'm nga yow dang de wax ne dara buñ ko tuddé ci cin rek.
Xorom. Dafa ëpp mbaa mu manqué.
This caught my attention to past closing remarks. I gave him an opportunity to make a closing remarks, and you would think me, I would go and talk about why people should expand his tent and bring people why A&M Dabo is the guy. Instead, he chose to talk about UMC. I'm just trying to.
He really diagnosed and crowd with it. It was more than 3,000. And 40% of the 3,000 money ay xalé lañ. Wow.
Like, why are you worried about the crowd? Why are you so obsessed with? Because let me tell you, he actually sent me on Messenger when I put out my thing, you know, I was on my, you know how I'm on my element. Do you know 40% of those people, they cannot even vote. So why are you all excited? And I'm like, okay, how did you come to that? No, but it was, like I said, it was definitely nice having him.
No, it was. Because at the end of the day, this platform, we just accept divergent views.
Exactly.
And we cannot just be talking to ourselves. Why most? Senegal, I'm not El Haj Malik decided to resign as Speaker or President of the House. So that means and they have convened a meeting on the 26th, which is on Tuesday. And you know what that is going to reinstate.
He's moving away. Sonko is going to come and be
Sonko is going to come now be the Speaker. So now Sonko, it is going to be interesting.
Bro, you don't have to be. These are moving parts. But again, it's a chess game. And this thing is going to play out.
Yep.
Obviously, Jomai did what he did by getting rid of Sonko. Personally, I think he should have done that a long time ago.
Definitely.
He wasn't going anywhere. And that is if he wants to be successful. Really. Now, but he also needs to understand it's going to be very difficult because Senegal, Utena, Gambia, the president of the National Assembly is very powerful. I mean, they can block it all the way. Whatever you come up with.
Second in command from the second most powerful president in the country.
They can tie your hand behind his back and Jumai will be, but they can also do it only for 6-7 months. And the guy will be able to also make his chess moves. That is dissolve the National Assembly.
And when he does that, Musa, I think still Pastef would have the majority in the parliament.
I don't know about that.
I'm not sure about outright winning presidential election because of giving 10 numbers.
I don't know about that. Is it possible? Yes, because the guy is still, Sonko is very charismatic and he still carries a good chunk of, the electorate out there. But like I said, politics, bro, you never know.
To tell you the truth, El Malik Bini has always been my choice for this thing, for president. There is something about him that I like, but I also like my guy, Zemari Sanyang, Guy Mari Sanyang Hamanaka.
So because El Malik, his demeanor, Jomai's demeanor.
No, I didn't know Jomai like that, but El Malik was the person that I suspected.
Oh, he was out there talking. Like Jomai was in prison too. When we're tuning into really Senegalese politics, Jomai was also behind bars, even before Sonko.
Yep.
So people don't really, man, the only one that I saw of Jomai may be confronted Miss Kini.
Oh no. Wow. That was one. That was one interesting one.
Oh boy, Metar was very angry.
And Jumai just sat, did not even react.
No.
You accused of rape in France.
And Jumai was cool and collected, you know. But now you're talking about a different Jumai. I mean, he's the president.
Yeah, and you see him meeting with all Nyom Ki, Naka Nyom Amadou Ba, and all these things.
Of course.
So, you know, to me, that is a sad thing for African politics because there was a lot of hope riding on this ticket.
Yeah. You campaign in poetry and then you govern in prose. But campaigning and governing are totally two different
things. Definitely.
When you campaign, yes, you go for the base. When you become the president, everything changes. I mean, it's not the same. And you want to unify a country, you want to do things differently. Anyway,
Faramos,
happy Memorial, and thank you to all our viewers. We will be back next Sunday. Remember,
happy African Liberation Day to all.
Again, remember something big. July 4th, Atlanta. Don't forget, at the Savannah Event Hall, Talib Ahmed Ben Suda, listening tours, engagement, starting around 4 o'clock. We're going to have reception, snacks. It will be the moment. Chigudigi, Wali Balago Seke, Mune Lalal Basang. And then, of course, the next day, we are going to be at the soccer park. We're talking about real soccer park, real competition. Different states are coming. Jemji Sondebi is going to be what? The mega family. So, general ticket, hotel, and then come to Atlanta, bring the family along. It will be a moment. And again, we thank you all. We will be back next Sunday. We missed our guy. He wasn't able to make it. Brother Maron, we missed you. All right, guys.
All right, guys.